Well, good evening. Baba Jasu Media live on OK 101.7 FM. Yeah, partner radio stations, High Life Radio, PK Live, Ewo America, Bruchimemu, Ewo DMV. Samson, Ewo Live, or Kings Jersey Radio, New Jersey, America, Ewo NASPA Radio, Ewo UK, London, and Ewo Adamfopa Media, so Ewo France and Belgium. America say Isaac. Akontajo crowd of France, I just say, Chile, baby, and Jakunta. Good evening, so France, any Belgium, Yes, our Migachu FMO could grant to me a blessed Tony Lawson in the team, so could grant to me for so I jabo so. And a very important topic because see, Yenny Anam Ghana for a while, Bruce, no Mudi, and not just individuals, Sika or Modi Bray Wofi, and I Sika Mudi Sidan. But Yenny Anam Ghana for a while, Bruce, almost Sika capital injection into Ghana, the economy, no, a huge. In fact, Ushe sika yakwaje wo IMF now. Ghana for a wabroche sika omude befie no. It's almost the same amount, if not empower. The last time we checked about Bloomberg for air forecast, Ghana is getting about well in the millions about $8 million worth of foreign remittances into Ghana economy every year. Every year. And Ghana for a wabroche omudidia and Ghana edidi. Seriously, say Ghana for a wabroche sika back Ghana economy more. I want you to cry face or Ghana no just say more because even domestic debt exchange, abroche for sika any womb or more mudi or musika because Ghana interest rate high. A high chain abroche and to be brave, feel comfortable to me the sika to Ghana. Now me the touch treasury bills and I'm the bonsa. Insimuno bakosro than abroche na insimuno yeketo bi but the difference between abroche and Ghana the abroche is stable. Ghana the anything here domestic debt exchange how could you see kakra the freezer also but abroche obi anyesa because the economy doesn't face that kind of problem. It may ma good evening the main issue is say we are Ghana need so more visa or visa appointment to American embassy and the crowd they say be more South Africa Lesotho Botswana, Namibia, and some of visa appointment. Also, why I want to say over school, and now B1, B2, and now crowd your visa that F1, oh, school America. Then I was away. How do you protect yourself? Because Donald Trump, no, he is leaving no stone unturned. Oh, yeah, or bet you. Oh, yeah, or bet you. Or America for Canada say they are not targeting legal immigrants, but they are targeting illegal immigrants, particularly. Omoya boni criminal offenses felonies na no abranti ba ko hate ye che no ono kwa 17 felonies na da no so enti yesa kan ga na ni bi so ono so aye adwuma o detention centers na ye che nkofo adu om kogu ono ene yesa wo immigration lawyer ono so be che mu se Ghana fo ahe ene omu din wo deportation list no so because people are banding figures around 3,500 yen no correct 3,500 years so far. Mexico for Guatemala, Colombia, and you Ghana for and they actually 3,500. You correct. They are just causing fear and panic and alarm. But Ghana for you or my site to for deportation. Dada. Baby, cases were in an actual come on, say, oh, we breach ABCD, yacho, into deportation order that also. But baby, so you did deportation order anymore. Lawyers that the lawyers have already started a first proceedings because see America, except Ghana, but America no only advanced democracy. Baby. Into the deportation order too, so cry. Come constitution in my point say due process. Due process will apply. Just I say court process. Now even said deportation can be deported. You must be given the Ghana for your friend. Rules of natural justice must apply. Say, I was see a tear when you must I was see a more fair hearing. And Sunday at work was he play. And to a man, Donald Trump, you are more common, they big change the go. Or you do must that I may beating the system. Until I'm a bonk of 4 years, communing that. So I then will look at that. But more importantly, no. And for baby, as Ohio say, my friend in your dinner, and Davis or dinner happier. And for saying a man African store. And for men sorry, and for me and schools because there's been reports said it's for no much chicken for no to me school school elementary school no ma coaching for sorry but I am not nipa kro omukuta ni di omde enti ya be immigration law na che mu ye Ghana ni ade na wo se ohun mo ambo mpa ya mo mabusuafo Ghana no because we are ye chena 150 no the bro no fam bro nti wo so bo mpa ya ma no this is not the time wo be o twe ya fo mo mrepie ye nyina bebre o twe bebre ne wo ma bebre o ti ase nti bo mpa ya ma unia ne so unia ne ye nche no because ni da bi o si no tobo kakra na mo nyina mo te na mo tumu dididi it is important so be make sure so unia ne ye nche no ne ye fa ne ma because abroche bo si ko mo di begu Ghana no Ghana ye to okra ye nya aduma ne nti so mo nyina da kan wo Ghana de dey see awu so ene be immigration lawyer na ma tidbit what should you do obekwa sorry and now kwa sorry as I say odo ba school and now ba oba school because some of the states we are Ghana in now to Oklahoma say ya also you careful lawyer Eric da ko be che because Oklahoma omo ye red state omo ye Republicans omo just omo there be bia house for the betching ko for be bia gate am omo amaya to entu ti Oklahoma as abre also pe bibi fa now ko baby go pro what because omo say even Oklahoma no o makra ko school a ye be busa ne maame ne papa so omo ye citizen ansa na nti e ho ye red flag say wo nti e wo say otumi ko state nti me be ma lawyer ko chida kwa cheche match state be na ye safe slightly ye from America for friend sanctuary states e ho na ye like this e be chew because America a federal country and say Ghana Ghana na ye o man no back one law but America na a federal country ni say state ni nyina obia won sovereignty omo de omo Virginia Commonwealth state of Virginia Maryland Commonwealth omo de omo dada emara no omo constitution mo omo to me say state bia de no and say Donald Trump got sign executive order state ni betimi akata ha de e makwan mo bia mbachi obia o ye de be protect enkofo omo law no ye different from here in Ghana for there no so Ghana na do kasa regional ministers be obi betimi akasa no because ye federal system America Germany omo ye federal system so they can do that enti ye be man na cheche state be na slightly safe na ye bra oye adwuma ice no obeche ono aka Ghana fo a wo hu omo detention centers Ghana fo ya chichi omo dada Ghana fo mu din one system ni mu dada serious bebre play ni e de omo team no ka chese tengu na tengu sa o shonko a e kodi shi play ni play ni ama say Donald Trump dey why kwa so use military plane who say normally omo ye deportation ko omo use commercial plane but where there Donald Trump use soldier for plane enti nkonya na wo ni nye plane na ye di tu kwan ko kumase no ne ye de kwa abroche ni bi o da bi ye military plane na comfortable chese any ye choa and once ye do go straight to the detention center so until you also when was obi be ball prumu a there na also because they are lost there they said they Ghana you lost no police chewa utumi ka you have a right to remain silent the police is supposed to even read you your Miranda rights but Ghana you be bring police you know sound wasum now license said the police doesn't have any right to do that they can only apply reasonable force it is America the omu fasa de ni agro ocho e was so to me kira o de nti ocho e was so to me read you right kira obo prum a wo right obaka to ene lawyer wa ho be cheche ni nyina mu ate a ye be hu ni nyina na ehu de wo se ye na wo so a wo ko je visa na udru so wa ko je visa na ama odada na wo ko a udru JFK de wo so ye wo du Newark airport de wo so ye ene ade wo se na no Donald Trump ka se omo ko ayi Ghana fo no se ye ka hu no makota Germany na Germany de okọ wo a na obi sign paper ne ma wa all say na amatundro amu nyina nya problem with Germany because ya konkonsa ya no ya kasa ya no ma bigna zan fele say na o Germany de okọ obi tumi sign ene Germany for so mo law no tu ko na okọ wo na obi person sign this ya your DNA test ya o no Nigeria for big case so mo ye America Nigeria for case aye old case ba fe no ma ruling Nigeria ni a wa file ama ne ba America ya man a friend saying green card ya withdraw green card because omo ye DNA no say papa ne ne ba ne akola no ne maame na ye papa no 419 ti age ne paper ne free sister ne nsem enti ene DV visa lottery o say Donald Trump ti otwem ye kasa bibia ne de abeto abonten obi ko America na ko open no the passport abeto ade ye ba so nya ne o enso ya kam abrofo ni nyina na abrofo do musu atwi o nyina o ye kasa dodo And birthright only idea saving before baby is because a friend New Hampshire, only the court, Thomas striking law down. Donald Trump will appeal against order because of so trying to assume. So who call abroach America now for war? Just a colony papa, American, and mammy, American, and yes, sir. Wakolana wako on the soil because U.S. Constitution different from Ghana Constitution. U.S. Constitution or Latin brofubium kind of juice solar. Just say America as a except Canada. Canada as so and America as so we American, we are Canadian. But Ghana, alone into sa. Ghana, no, juice sanguine, yeah. That's I think a Latin. No. Just a woman, mommy, and now mommy papa. And now papa, and now papa, mommy. One of your grandparents, Ghanaian. Because until my own second, I am and I to say America, they will say, Ghana. There be Ghana constitution is different. What I say, a European case, no, they call President Rawlings time now. Now President Rawlings is all contested as president. 1992 election. Nobody didn't go to Supreme Court. Say President Rawlings in Ghana, and the Supreme Court didn't take advantage of church citizenship. From 1957, Ghana independence will be as I don't know Ghana. Or free Togo nearby, or free Nigeria nearby, or Ghana. You see, but after that, you know, Supreme Court said the only way will be by Ghana, you Ghana on your Ghana. But mommy, and now papa, and now Nebusian for no back. One and no back, you Ghana, then you are Ghanaian. Enti one na US for no exercise laws no ye can no ye kasa on fan channel what be no abrage no be hu so no no passport and na wakọ wa abrochi ye kasa nti esua ni nyina free mu enti but just a quick one on Oliver Boma mo de na showdown no but Oliver say ade no kan wa okoti from baby enti a parliamentary appointment committee no fan channel but appointment committee no kasa hu I think along the line Oliver Boma Asubia. They just wanted to show him, give him showdown. No who say, hey, Oliver, you study unto me kasa allegations. Any substantiated. Then you answer home. Say any media for day you become be as someone. Yenya evidence and say I can be as them. So they be uncle for back no kasa be any fiana way and now say, oh yeah, almost I don't know how many panic kasa. You cannot come and make a statement that is not substantiated by evidence. Say evidence no more. But yes, I'll be appointment committee. But appointment committee, no, they didn't have the right to do it because they're not more, they were being judges in their own course. So what I say, because your natural justice, your move provisions, me, say, wow, be quasi judicial organization there, and I'll be a committee, medical committee, national dear someone. Two principles, and I was a year, my natural justice. Number one, I was saying depending on modern moment fair hearing, mutie the new assembly. Number two, more moody assembly. I was saying, I don't want to complainant, judges. And that was what they were doing to Oliver Boma. So what I say, because upon your committee, I can't say to a complainant. Mukroya some person mo judge assembly there be a mistake, a breach of natural justice. Obiya class 1, law school class 1, I tell you a simple logic, a principle in law. And now was a committee a privileges committee because privileges committee there on Bianca BNT. So what you say, but I'm back to U.S. Assembly because it's very important. Wow, parents are especially Ghana form right here. Last year, na U.S. Embassy, what Ghana catch say, oh mama in Crawford visits, say over 6,000 visits no more issue. Some students I say, oh yeah, Ghana near branch Oko Community College, Oko College and Casa. Make sure so student ID they could have. And now passport can student ID or passport because you have to have about school because the executive power is not trying for the answer for no what BM was because I first no police in equal himself a year first due process now say yeah before the bar saw the no police phone himself say on your probable cause. I was so to me, so be say, oh, yeah, bonnie, why ya bonnie, and son wa beto. But the way I proper executive order, what is that? Ye more, suspect about a foul. So what I say, ain't we a student, making sure so student ID, equital, or passport, equital, or social security number, equital. Everywhere you go, one could be a count mommy, I be mafra. And you say, who could American passport to cry, we are citizen now. It must be close to you. A very serious issue. And here can because young Ghana, a one employment issue. And the Pamo Ghana boy in our mom, and you see, if we are saying my baby, statistician, Canada boy, you. Yeah, can say Canada Prime Minister cry, I'm not resigning because of similar immigration issues. Say, yeah, we're resigning. It was Canada for 2 baby deportation, almost baby. Germany cried, you're not, yet, young colleague, any off, and no, I bet them on Pier. Yes, you're two Germany, you're born London, yes, you're born. Tina for welcome Germany in London, you're holding pa. You're about says, yeah, all those countries, no immigration about the issue because the would say, "Oh, Akako go am I name?" But I can't want a chichi clue. It's in Kenya bonnie, but a bisu subai bonnie or muko dinity no. I must say, ni aba our it's young lawyer Ochedako, a immigration lawyer, 1 year Jumana more than 20 years of experience in the year present. New York, just say Manhattan, they're gonna boy. Who needs to go to me for your office or so it's got one more rent here. Say $10,000 you said then just go a honor on the office. Wow, I hear you manage a pa. Well, lawyer or Ghana sign a lawyer or America, so a county. You're a good evening, Yakaba.
Good evening, Vim lady, and what you for you now?
We are that supply because you say only one that especially I say chichi by you say oh my be good double more pressure. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But it Richard Lye so a friend saying former detention officer. No, use so oh yeah, you baby I chicken for funny you go no. Mr. Lye so many better. And so Mr. Lye, good evening.
Good evening, Michia Munina.
Mr. Lye, bet me in Kanya no one man I say inside or better Kanya Kakama.
Okay, my answer.
Na me we di mo no bright. Mr. Lye, no baby I'm chicken for no. To onim Ghana for do ho. Any omo oka sem ni bi kwa na arewo enye easy kwa baba say say can you tell us so far ni pa na say mo say 3,500 ya chi omo so far.
In fact enye no cre Ghana for 3,500 rather the enforcement action cause to say no one criminal convictions, any violent criminal offenders one say operation cost no target one. And so you Ghana and Ukraine say U.S Deportation order unka immediate group no unless say what committee serious criminal offense we are among those who are immediately at risk of deportation. In fact, according to
so far the Ghana ni bi I just said the wire bonnie and the record that ho.
Wire bonnie and the record that ho. So far no one Hispanic gang members. Okay. In fact, arrest 1 year were Bronx with a whole lot of fanfare. Now for nipa bakope out of Venezuela, but no were violent past with serious criminal records. And so far, there, Senka, you started to Ghana for and come course naka. Because Bebre are my clients. They are going for the serious criminal offenders first. But question is when are they coming for the rest? And on a issue I bet to make the home come on. So I can
but say numbers no bet me confirm my Venezuela for Mexico for Colombia for or more match am pass so far 3,500. But Ghana ni bi anim.
Me kasa Ghana ni bi anim. In fact, America 50 states plus Puerto Rico. Into baby again and you war ya no and yani na ube right away. And a number so a daily basis it keeps changing. And as of yesterday, there were agencies near there tracking how many people have been picked up. Now it was around 1,900 and change. But why not doing at least every day we should have at least 100 or more people who will be arrested.
So say you check quota amount almost every day be almost
in fact, borders are no I and I say I am proving say me ye medjuma me ye. Enti was set ICE agents and other law enforcement agencies so as many in order to prove that we are doing the work. I am sure that by the end of January, what may who any pa what to me apprehended on during the past 2 weeks. And every month, this report will be coming out.
Okay.
It's a Ghana for 3,000 yacho and yano credit. But as to say, when I yacho now, no Ghana ni mudia, I cannot vouch for that.
Okay.
Because Ghana for the Benswa Committee serious criminal offense.
I have one can person busa say whether we are aware say as we sit here, Ghana for ni be omudi wo deportation list so a o my ye bone dada e ho.
Oh yes, me akra me defend be. At the end of the day, I got some of them out. Maybe also one order of deportation, they couldn't deport them. And yes, Ghana for be a committee serious criminal offenses, and some of them are still here.
And the Ghana for me, more offenses, Ben, sir. Minim say because medical for the utia, Omoka se bi no monato, ebi on me tuo robbery. Any of the Ghana for was serious cases in the me coming in Ghana for the about we trying cleaning. One be penny sick and the other Ghana for to me, Ekoya Bonin Sami Edo Mudin Tuso.
Well, nearly can Ghana for any be or Hanoma, especially one ya cover around one back room and Moncola Bremono. I'm on them for no. They pay or Hanoma or buy green card Nekutano. And so wabe picky accent no, wabe picky sebe senior America for a one yama. What you call no Casacra whom possess Ghana anymore. A big joining gang, a big joining gang members. In fact, me modern but Bronx and Casa, in buildings be more. Ghana for be at home one man be no more joining gangs and other things. So, for way to make themselves involved in big criminal issues. So, one year lucky, now, when you're citizen, now you're a green card holder, who commits our offense, now they will take the green card from you and put you on deportation. Now they were green card holders. We went to court. Some of them, they couldn't deport them, but they are still in the system. One day, visited with an ABBA and put a green card in po. And so, she had 20 or the Hokobon for now, we get into issues. Now, and also the Hawaba. In fact, and then it should be about my name on your gun and idea, but or driver or need driver's license and so or driver. And I only be a car racing. Yes, it was highway no so we travel, Miss Mabbe travel home. At the end of the day, accident happened, the person died. That becomes a serious criminal offense. Only I could not them and then I make a and then I miss a cancer case. Don't see idea. A serious criminal offense now. And then you offense only I couldn't hear that some but you find yourself in that particular moment and you are charged and convicted of that crime.
Okay.
And then you also Ghana for were conviction for fraud. 419 one the baha. And anytime we are over committee fraud involving more than $10,000, under the immigration law, it becomes what is called aggravated felony. Okay. And here be out do green card number where we knew lotto, whatever it is. Oba no person can tell me why engage in something. At the end of the day, yes, we put near arresting one and Sassima making the old call internet. So be brave. Ghana for I attitude won't nipa be brave. I won't a woman. As I say, a romance scam and I say be a fraud scheme be. If your portion of the offense is more than 10,000, that's the only citizen you face deportation.
Into more cases are Ghana for the door involved in fraud.
Oh yes.
Any romance scam, maybe I had you for a day no be.
Yes, and no at all.
Into I know no money more cost to case and doors.
Oh yes, the fraud cases does what happen. Bank fraud or the fake check I got to the account to move. Or the OB credit card, I got to Toniama, ya ship their brand. One day over here, police, postal police, idiot, they have a home package, baby, echo. One a part of fraud issues.
Deportation is starting Africa for the one. ebe start with uncle for now, you identify that charges in that so no.
Charge said that one, so I've been court a year. It's just that the previous government was lenient, and now say they couldn't get passports. I didn't deport to and after 150 days, we are able to file mandamus action, and we get the people out into the community.
I see. Hey. Let's say almost free Latino one also near Mexico. We got almost Africa from.
I wouldn't even say Mexico for any is for so. One for violent criminal offenders is swap. They will come to the next level. People with criminal records.
Okay.
And
there's this video now across Ohio near day. I mean, so you know 50 states. Almost say, man, quite sorry, because almost sorry. School cry, almost a moment. They say Ohio, almost say, what do back school? I'm going to check your in Ohio, that's Oklahoma. You better check his mommy and any papa is citizen and son. I'm a crana, but say they are checking out which states they are safe. But first and foremost, today you ask the animal because I hear say I am Shishanti and you're going to sorry, I'm going to African shop. And of course, I'm going to African shop, more than sorry.
Yo, so near the kind of say, under the law, area enforcement policies of ICE. Now you will be on my own fan say sacred places are and say Oklahoma obi for immigration offenses. That include any school. Now one of these two places in a mosque, religious sites, a no-go area. And to say obi Oklahoma, you find it say, and yet this is not the time to arrest the person. One train oduni fear no matter what you know. The new policy, executive orders are Trump has signed to say, and for whom baby or Yenyawa, as I say, chill. And to start, deportation order. Now, funny say, be a first enforcement to a year can we a violent criminal. Now, decided say, call Akobom Paya, Koye Mary. Nasi himself, Presby Church. And Rama who can say one be room at you, one require a bomb pie. And that is why I'm focused say, men quite sorry, men co way. But 2 years no Sufi Horma. Ghana your way, say there are some police checkpoint to be a who's any police would in fact, me to come from Accra to Takrade. Now, say come on, cause I can't swear. Now, minister say Ghana police here Jumasa. From Takrade, but say every 2-3 minutes, police checkpoint. Over Eastern Regional, Naman Hunesa. I didn't know make us say police officer or ICE officer per se, Naman said Namaya Juma. Masha baby are immigrants, a congregating more. Nama Kotaho, Mekotaho Romanasemi to me, a like ya, many 1 or 2 be actually. Natural Semen Juma Air Cosso. And Tiabasa. ICE officials decided, say, the person me sure say yes, me hard working. Or better get to some of these communities are vulnerable. Until I won't say, be a man kohana.
It's the council who advised to Ghana for any more quite a year because the Ghana for quite a year and I do a party any day. Say because of the Trump and call for you in court.
Mean a
case that was one.
Deportation that also. And especially among the first and first, when you tell me what criminal record near there, limit yourself. Well, and it may be a year call, for example, Crofoko year, one my own year, obey not the car who may be a one trap, be big a crack. Binum African market, over here, no kuta, plastic cap will be one kind of lobobites be near the other. All these things, one and that's the one decided, say, they'll come after you. Into South Africa, Matina, Koto idea, Otovia. But Kofi, mention because you are memory coming, your background, and no match or to meet your yes. And you know, try not to hang out too much with a beer or feel it's and you're safe. Service, who will be there? There's no problem.
It council, Mr. Lion, about just a quick one council. State Ben is safe because now make Oklahoma say a citizenship answer verification sani ama obakra school into state ben abeka say we are Ghanaians now state be one man because meaning say New York here safe state but they say New York mayor no cry Ricardo Socrates had done immigrant na mo boka who say no mo card near this so
yes
so we state
so young Canberra state into your democratic states and your Republican states. Most of the democratic cities, a safe haven among immigrants. But federal government power echo all the states. It's just that states no use or no resources and enforce immigration laws.
Okay.
But the federal government agents enforce laws now. The state cannot say, yeah, mam who quine and mamunya metuma. It is over Chicago, one of the safe states, I mean cities, sanctuary cities. And so, and now I can say operation for almost 4 days or 5 days. Cost of Chicago. Seriously. Meaning say New York, a bit to her. Near Abahan ya ba kope. But you call Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey, another safe city. And so one call her. So because you say baby or her no more a joke too much na can drink too much. It is true. Most of the democratic states, a safe haven. Oklahoma, say now can why here grandpa or one a citizen grandpa for a marana shensa about untaya ball point catcher say we are immigrant and I say unicrata. Say now can the school board have voted to a approval law say school students be registered and young finding out so krata the parents for krata. What's this information? They will turn it over to the federal government. The same with other hardline states, and I immediately say enter Ebeba to that extent.
Okay.
Ghana titeno say mrane what PNDC time and is a PNDC the one before PNDC
AFRC
no NDC route. But and your PNDC, the one before PNDC.
And AFRC, but before PNDC.
Okay. So AFRC. Yes, the Munko Papa way fear in the toilet yemunu. Namubeku Munko how do near a bedu baby no son a bedu.
Yeah, but because when say almost say your mama hotline be say, wow, we need be crowd reporting. And yes, obi was someone. No akochuku say we only krata.
In fact, hotline there already there. Your immigration hotline. To me a report to anonymous tips. Or where you went, but most of the time, in fact, me work case back one, you report to your officer now, you report to man, no, you'll be a minimum. Because you're afraid of can you tell us into me with them those days. But then as I can, your ma tip now, ABR or you're required to follow. In fact, one of the policies here, Donald Trump thereby a policy on enforcement of immigration law. What that says, so you're immigration officer. So you're federal officer. The immigration issue, but when you're not so brushing aside, one casa crime where Juma is on the line.
See, not just a people could have no baby.
Yes,
it's a serious issue. Because that's how make us a Ghana for a while, chain a didi more a fearful baby didi.
Yes.
So without them, the economy it will be in shambles.
That is true.
So are you aware that Ghana embassy now? Ghana mission a friends in New York. Ghana embassy or DC. Omo BB, they are providing any tips for Ghana for no and because I'm not seeing that.
In fact, Ghana mission in New York, many one year Juma pa. In fact, Bebo Wabaso. Most of the time, say Ghana ni and what trainer. Me one of the lawyers, our own friend, Ebisa say na ababe to yansa, and then I yenye ewo home. They are working on it. Now, Yamakan say, as some no be bring to see embassy for no, they don't even get to know, say, Yehunipa way, Yachino.
Okay.
Unless, say, U.S. government no inform, say, Yachi Uhun Nipa way, I feel crew. That is when they get involved. Okay. If I say Yachi will not say your passport, Mawa, Uber or passport, they will not inform the Ghana government, say, Unipa way, or you have committed crime, yeah, deport no. Yeah, boy, money and son at the portuno. So, over statistics now, I was out now. In 2019, yeah, deport to Ghana for criminal offenders, 203, according to the annual report of ICE 2024.
203.
203. Oko 2020, you deport 121.
121.
Oko 2021, you deport 56.
Okay.
2022, 46.
46.
2023, 62.
62.
And 2024, 94.
94.
Yes, this is the official social media Google research ICE annual report 2024. There is a year Rebecca say you deport to Ghana for Macra, and I said those were offenses, but this is how not it yet.
Wow. Inti dada de na deport you na you cool. Yes.
Yes. Now me compare with another country just to give people a good idea. Yeah, for Guatemala. Mra deport to 203. 2019 154,919 ye deport to.
Wow.
So yeah, for 2024, I deport to 94 now. Guatemala for deport to 66,435. Came off offenders. To sanity.
Na Nigeria for because your problem is omo cry do omo be fie so omo ye Ghana for no so no. The speculation say bebre so ye Nigeria for omo be Ghana passport. And omo said I because say Nigeria for say DV visa lottery omo nka ho.
Yes, and so one back.
But bebre don't say that you omo be Ghana no ma Ghana passport so me Ghana for. Inti Nigeria for say na ye deport omo.
Meba Nigeria figure. And in Nigeria so 2019, you deport to 286.
Okay.
2020, 199. 2021, 78. 2022, 45.
Okay.
2023, 152.
Okay.
And at 2024, 138.
Okay. You deport you more than Ghana for at least you put the yara.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. Because we need to say what should we do? Then I was here. But to once I cancel. Mr. Lai, why you do ICE detention center that ICE not saying full name for ICE now.
Immigration and Custom Enforcement.
Okay, Immigration and Custom Enforcement. Okay. They tell me here and say Ghana for I need to be brave visa that baby kuta F1 omu go school. Ebi kuta B1 B2 omo trip ebi ko conference ni ade se si e ya trampo chichen crofo omo nya den omo ntinemu anaba memo yi eno ano nti bacho memo repeat question Mr. Lai wo ye aduma o ICE center ho no wo se Ghana for bebre wo ho dada.
Yes.
Uti time na wo ho na ni Ghana for do say na no mo ho.
Me di mani be hwa na omo be 8. 8. Yeah, but no me low custody. Okay. Blue jumper and to know me so say na first of all my main chair for na me no be as say my line so I be sua de ne the woman say so wo prison dada na we term ni yiwa ICE be ba be foul.
Okay,
ye be foul pe ye do be ba detention facility so case ni yes who da jail. He said, case ni a murder, and who share red, that's a high custody. If you to share yellow, and I say orange color, no.
Okay.
And I say who red, what who si saba. Now who share say but blue in a low custody. So in those time, most of people are not more was Guatemala's in terms of
Salvador,
for example, Cubans, and then some Jamaicans swore high custody. I robbery no money. But me the bibi trim ansana makande minim. Sisiano advice am the man say why ye genuine papers cry. And I be a connection be no a genuine paper so. Now we buy USA. Member Dulles International Airport.
But
Dulles Washington International Airport.
Okay, no, I'm trying to that. Means I'm about to see Dulles.
To the extent, men fahokra.
But you're something you but Miss I say. We are going now qua America. Men Washington Airport.
Washington, Dulles Washington International Airport.
Men okay,
so when you Richmond, North Carolina. Airport in Bibri, but a honomono because of 9/11 into the back Krata Sema, Munfa Honi Niagro. Into Udruho. Now who said border patrol ne Okasa. Now of row binani pani beach now with red box. Red box. And no, you do passport ni shemwa. Can who said no problem.
Hey, but
omodo obeko akwako kekawano. Ebisa won sensem kumbeji phone wa lock ni sen ko mbebie so because o mehu bibi ti yenya chill sana ye do beko detention facility ti ye ho no no omo ane etade omo ba no most people na obeba no ebia no wa adwumam especially ebia o ye painting omo ba no tumi so omo painting sa Guatemala fo ni Honduras bon se ye de omo beba ena abranti ebia no ye Ghana ni o ye UK citizen Esra ni yiri no ni yiri na we UK ni yiri ni American ni Ghana American nti no obaye no ne ba ni ye bibi enam se o tia akoda no nti akoda no ko school no nti we no nyina ye koso no e wo se we careful because o ba ko school a omo counselors bi a omo timi ni akoda ne kasa ebia wabo akoda no anase akoda ni happiness bi e ko ba ni sana benya problem. Yes, on the beach. Then Abia Walker Kay Abia turning signal back on so police for no quite be bria and beat me stop or car. Say Ghana cry say police chiwa wait be aka bibi cry or car who say windshield wiper cry near you to watch you on betcho. Entino get me chiwo quite be bria so.
It's not that they put out Magana for a bonnet, red light.
Oh, no
parking.
Yes.
Because I don't record the super
be police assembly, you free. Because lawyer can or Kabibi say, who are what deportation list? They already know you.
Yes.
And to your bass ye remover, ye nim baby aushe, ye baba babecho. Ebi kura na what detention facility. Yambe deport to everyone. And at the end, I see him say, you be deport to what done how shank cram near Baby Fowl. Yes, on my list now, ye nim bed the crowd or Babeko. Ye nim bed the crowd Babeko. To the list in my list BBR. Ayana ARL, but training now Akumuno, you don't need to. Me hope you Muntina make us. You don't need to say anything. Do you back of
how do you feel? So I'm on list Ghana for deport you. I'm officer. And so now
met me amount one scenario be a see. It was a do and die in a day, right? Papa be also about Ghana 1980. But Oba and on your status problem. Into not that call UC's office. But you may be no Jaiko almost about 15 to 20 years, nani Nancy. Banyamia na dom or ice cream van or DC. On your binya or occasion. Say ye 2 years asino, kekeno, nanipano, a coffee police. Nipano ya kata, coffee police na buy. Omubisa papani Gina or boy and the good system. No. One of whom so no one casano or case be the order. A check now on cop. One of the bad detention facility. On no buy no na also. And say Ghanaians na dia ba kwa where who say ye hu ye ho a ye nim. Tie na omo de ne ba low custody ho na me wo na me ne bon komo na me bisa nse. Ne ba ne sen e na omo ba sa na ye bisa omo nsem. Because only omo na tifie no. What you say? Near ye 12 hours. You know, with me nyampo time, ni omo kasa rec yard, ni omo kasa. And I say, ono be kika ni sem nyina meken nti duane so aye serve wonum no ebia na enye duane bi a wa wani tua a wobetimi adi nti na sem be ye mobo ma me sandwich kura na medical adwuma no me demand because ye kwa adwuma ye wo clear back a wo bibia no bekọ ni akwa kohwe mu ni aye bibia and am demand 2 days ono ni de no within a week no mu deporting.
Wow.
No kase we sifie wa large and am nim say large so de rain flood prone area. Ti me bisa ne say okwa obehu ni fie o wo se abusuafo ni bi wo no obekọ okwa ebia obehu but utimu say na ye disturb.
Into one for bibia said
ye chiwa udi sika siesie mpase a sika na hye. Yes.
Wow.
So udi sika na siesie mpase.
You said you are lawyer na be say lawyer bem no mbe stop deportation order ni man. Anya say dia wa fa lawyer dia why you are on your own.
Eba ne sana on say ye de oba sana ye die kwa bisaw. Nti unya legal aid for ba. Ebinum timi voluntarily omuba eba be bisaw say ni say ebia no ma sha say di wase mama. Ndu we bisa so we busuani bi unim se we busuani bi na ne krata anya untimi money di
no so ya asem
because right from visitation omu bie visitation na no mu kwa gona ohun se we ya friend na busuafo we aba nti e basa e be friend ye nimu case number e bo hu eni uti obu ona obe
busuani no so ni krata ye friend
oma nti wo she wo sa o enye easy minimum branch bi ano e police ni a oba no ono ne de no file asylum nti de trom we ye ya wo say asylum watwam eno so be ya asem bi e be ha because one say most no unya ka say bi a chieftaincy issue bi anase bi ana you believe say we a witch we say ni say nti kwa ye bebo obuba abrofo no one say sa asifim nyoma we no mutia ya na ye omomobo nti ubetimi afile for asylum ufile for asylum eno betimi aboa. So there was a whole lot of things and koso e wo hono ma uko detention facility ya na
population no nipa na
oh near doso no mo doso because you oh more than that because you were
one detention center
on the detention facility no enye detention facilities o ma sine fufuro once in the US no they used to have a whole lot of jails. More prisons no money maybe no more close most of the prisons and you know I score GGB into the anami woman no a full prison yard. Ma will say mema will say but man there no one place but my man war 4 places.
Wow, you Mr. because very interesting in the back no president asylum no DV visa lottery Trump etum.
Well, number one, correction kakrebi na maye wo Mr. Laye Diana Okaye no ho. Detention officers they no agro kwan bebre so. But me gidi so no so beka say nipa ni bi so e ba detention a ye yi won e fi detention a ye deport won. That means say onya lawyer ma e bia ni case require na yetumi a reopen case no. For me wo case a ye di oni akono e ba beko but we are able to stay the deportation and eventually reopen the case and get the person out. I been my be citizen and then I make a say ugugu a
ye so kra na unya lawyer obetimi adi asem na ma ye you free detention
so we need order of deportation already ye true na do ba ho a you are entitled to your lawyer so order of deportation already now say ye true we can still stay the removal order depending on your circumstances and in your change with the law and other things. And also hard more, as I said, one of the cases years ago, made the Ghanaian echo interview, interview. At the interview, we thought everything was okay. Once Montana and I'm on train. This happened in just Newark, New Jersey.
Wow.
Your own man eyes for a buy. Once so my client is under arrest. If that's how they are, once in my main file asylum, or the next time home, no ye, akwala kitwa. Am I a man on any mammy deportation order? And you no honor or deportation or that area and deport. At the end of the day, you had to go to jail. But I was able to stay the deportation, reopen the case, get the marriage case approved, or a citizen. I make a say. And you know, Biana or Bawa automatically no. But so you're a violent criminal, yeah, you want to you cannot get them bail, or you can't reopen their case. We committee crime, one friend of aggravated felony under the immigration law, or you're subject to mandatory detention. As I don't know, we are the Diana, you know, I just want that one here, did not say no or Lusua. Now you appeal, cry, or bet no moon, because it's all baby appeal, no. That's it. You don't know, I call.
And to be decided for a aggravated because of the fraud, romance scam. The kind of thing is Kakitwa. Let it on say, who say, oh, yeah, they cry a bit deporting.
May I then cry a bit deporting because of the amount involved.
Hey.
Yes. Now, who be some questions? When we could have visa, student visa, one umrah, and as a member, one umrah. You see,
men call Dallas airport. Obobo airport be say one no check it pan.
Niamaka efa eno ho ema misalaye was area ho nti oti more ewo ho. Na sanso na obi o work home airport ebeka to say had mo de ene e 29 grab offense airport. In the past, man immigration for air enforcement no. Say utu kwan na ko Buffalo, New York. Can we say a better so immigration officers import border bus. Eba baby sa bus, muti bus, some from Kratambra.
Wow.
Say full plane. Now me a case for hopper. Me full plane call mini problem from New York City to Buffalo. Me babaka ice ewa airport to her and one share and crofro a Kratamo. And I would say, when we're buying border towns, definitely you have to be careful now. Open border town, ICE are more active. Dallas Airport, I don't have any issue because the hormone, the episode show say,
yes, show the capital powers.
Yes, into say, I am not going to challenge that. But the American say, well, could have visa. Obano. Make sure that when the queen fast where we visa no, you know it. I'll tell you. And Crawford be break with visa. I won't him queen fast where I want visa no.
So connection man, I diamano.
Me de mean to me can. But won't him queen fast where I want visa. Until you be so 1 or 2 questions. I walk over no one. Now answers na then cost south. A bus idea. Uber secondary inspection. They may either deny you entry, put you in jail, and put you to the next flight, or you have to see an immigration judge for it. And to quite how fast.
And when I get a cry, I was so busa, say, you're filing this animal, say student, visitor, or trade conference. I was so tears. Now, 1 year, because they say, who do airport, and check you.
Sir, I'll be on the man. Also, make a conference for Dallas, Texas. You do already move New York, New York, make a Bronx. New York, say, Nienti a Obahano, or book computer now, or who information in a computer no so. Internet is an Yaokan, say, Obabaya were embassy ho versus New to Haokano. And yet the same.
And conform him, Sadia, where you cancel, conform him.
Oh, a papa. And we are one. You want microphone so to me, it is a ba. Now, Shema, a Juma, a woman say, and no no. Now, besides some patrol, Nimajuma will win him there. Na issue. Why? Maybe a connection, my catcher as a because oh, your doctor, you're the Bama. And so now, you're dying when you're doctor. Into connection, so dear, make catcher when we're Davis Abban.
So be all baby, also we are high alert, or someone we need down sharp because we do immigration and they say they'll question you.
Yes, nothing no cry where you more. Even so, the student visa ba. Student visa no they bano. why not just buy on your day uncle school no and also your how a broad. Number one, so one report to school the school is required to report you to the immigration. So was school now 1 semester do that's one to us one the next semester. The school is required also to report. Unless there is a valid reason, what G permission, ya grant you. Maybe now yare. Be yare about you. I don't know, yeah, reasonable. But baby, all the man, if you're a no classic or the school fees, no, and say then you honor on your just so back. We a student violator. That's how they call it. You'll be subject to enforcement.
So all signing paper is here, don't back deportation list not too. Because they all can say, and don't know about one yet.
Sabe pepe. And so these are some of the factors.
And the very almost in this student is about Bomunko school, no one now, so when you're careful.
Sir, and what was I don't know, a line. Ebinu the name. Ebinu the fifth, Ebinu the trade. And then a name for no then at one. But to themselves the line also. This is the time of a visa. I say, what can I do? Ebema my safe here. Until who immigration problem I put when they say, don't just brush it aside and forget about it. Okay. Service why I doing say man yes enough into yachimia mekwa many problem. Say an officer can hear too. Now say who detention who need access to Osika. There have been several cases I mean my client I actually now meaning say I never call. But maybe so checkbook where he where he why not say the man Meje me de baba me pe lawyer spend a war direct contact with obia or what detention facing deportation. One can no ujuna glass mu no akasa until what checkbook cry person sign onye lawyer on to me am my own sign me dey am wasin sign actually ni akoni dey baby dey ma wo ma ko organize me to organize with suitcase any deportation officer no idin komo organize oniama
na ya ship ya ma wo Ghana
ubenya hand luggage out de beko na ni aka no arrange na de waba but uni obia na say we rely on family and our friends na say one ni krata na difficult to get this logistics done
nti necessary say ye nya ba ofie na e chewa wo say unya lawyer very important
eno na binom say me follow ya crowd mba ye dem beko man fight dem beko acho ye won crofo ye won deportation yet me de auto detention ye nim say wo ope crowd person wo ope voluntary departure ope say wo enso ye betina mo ada hon ma 2 months na fa wo ko ye your people work no onye ready nya no nwie ye but wo lawyer we can actually work with the deportation officers I name so ni akun we hwini hon ma ya ebe manatina ha drug related offense you are convicted no you are serving a sentence you buy any expedite na wako and in instances be or cry me to me Emma will try ticket I work with the deportation of the ICE officer to get you a ticket in order to circumvent sa bureaucracy na answer every request to a ticket na edibe 2 months na so these are all some of the things that say would the detention here deportation a lawyer can do for you.
Okay. And the council they say omo wo mu na obo oni nkrata or the visa ne buy visa ne 3 months 6 months or the obi paper na ye adwuma say omo nya den omo ko adwuma ebi ye cleaning ebi ye nursing wan or the obi paper na ye obi ye living for the na omo ebi na omo ama ofie no omo ye live out no omo nya den say wow people would obi dey na ye omo nya den
vim near tie for means scare obia sabi okafo kra odidi and to tell them say don't work don't do anything I mean him say krom ha away bills any edit krom ha me ka jo say man kwadwuma na mama wa futu ye na mom ne meka say hwe ye na e wo so I have obia ice for echo na dwuma mu me o na friend me ka jam so lawyer yes my boss a friend me say microphone na ba ha no menye den me si dwane immediately fi adwuma mu ho I say we see Rhode Island ana odwane was it me kwa hifa me se faka na bra New York and kwatena ufie ho Rhode Island kra no to fie Rhode Island ho no ba
just one coffee go pata de
one ko ni fie ho ko hwe ye me ma obi fofo ne ko fie ho ma no oni pa ya me ne wo ka say you're a citizen. Ask me how did that come about? No feel Liberia. And to Ojuane ya nya no. Or then be who in New York. By the way, no ni criminal record be out. Deportation and done so. Or then be who in New York. President Trump buy no ma Liberia for amnesty. E covano. Me na me ne krata no man.
That is a Trump no nya bad is our man for be amnesty that.
O man Liberia for amnesty. E ma onya nya green card.
Let you na we dey just say ni abra.
E no penny papa ba kon yeah. It is any player make an answer me. And ne okuta ne krata. And as some whom you can lawyer. Minim ne ya da no catch him say me nwane fi ho because na me hope no. And come in home and hope come on. But and because you advise me in the way, say na kobai. You make a chat here for and say who adwuma mu na sin crofo na ba hwa. Say be men trust say emra. Emra macho. We are sad there any adobeko. 2 enya de nso a won wa start ekọ adwuma keten mu
okay
enu nya no ho enti so wo bibia obetumi aye fa okrata ho a this is the time to do it na ye hu bibi na ne tutu mi ensa men say usika se oyo obi a oya atoto bebre na o manage usika yi a this is time a ebetumi a enka kura usika sene be ya bibi ba wa no benya bi atua lawyer ka so kofie mpo a wo bi kakra kofie a obetumi depending on it na 3 ubenya bi nso de aye wanso okrata and that will be the advice a
good advice pa but the major thing is so we adwuma o baby na ote se so o ma ba adwane ba na se me hu so omo ko baby a no ma surround dan
and say na sana te
na fa back door o se ti e cho
say sana
serious o
yeah I know there and that's what is on ho no ma menko no I know there.
Okay, Mr. Lai, you say also we American, but who experience our house and only there. Advise what can airport there, but I advise them at the man for say the bomb base because you any Ghana phone for Nigeria for baby ning crack or more for the na if you call matching, if you call anajo, if you call a daytime, if you want McDonald's not here, no can him the idea $12, $15 an hour. Shop we Ghana for baby retail. Shop. What should they do? Then so what time like how many years?
Baha 2016.
Okay.
2016. Well, I'm say lawyer can be bia. What can be bia? I'm so bia was OT. And then the be council for lawyer say Tamana more detention facility now. There's a lot of people that was got out. Yet me also move PSA will be any aji or powder one ma will be any aji. Binim Timmy Koi, minim Ghanaians Nibia or Mubaya, Yamia or Maduma or Koi. M's advice no, and ye be brave or say keep Sika.
Yeah,
Sikane men fan champanasi. Would your own nama, Mascano and shower. Ice, I dear Baku. I dear Baku a woman.
They say why you demand 10,000 fashion.
Fashion because me who way our intake. Because you're too near the bar, you go through intake. The intake in Okwa, Ubibia will be a no phone, Bibia no declare. Do declare on Beji, Udin or it was safe until so that hot 10 years. That will be Debbie, Sikan, yet me cancer, scan or but Omoya Muta save scan more. Yes, Guatemala for near in Honduras for no one crana scanation. Advice no a kit to every pet. Siciano crano, ye cassis.
Hello, Mr. Lai.
Ye case cry be organo munya and comoba because omune connection for a deal sister ye case. And you know, and no say oh ba. This is the lawyer K. Say school and our bar. It's possible, say school near January. Oba will be to me school. But say lawyer kind of a fact say why wouldn't him move? Say visa where me cram me. Me nim kwaswa me nya visa, but visa and say me America. It's an advice in it, a cool. And most time, no more wahano. You have to lay low because you lay lower and one more or you're too outgoing. And then bibi bahan more pursue DHA, bibi bahan more pursue DHA. One too outgoing. I would name say they share them. Do you say they share them with Africa? And also, you know, who say about Buchra, also, she say they share them on the image. And I say, no, ice can a bar. Yentro police were home.
Too.
As I say, this year.
Misalai.
Cry police.
Misalai, where you not to call.
The lawyer knows that.
Misalai, can be internet to call. Say, Omo ba yentro can police.
Omo ba and yentro police na what we Johnny. Kana airban, crana a normal car. But serene in our home. A ban critical, soon in idea do it. Dear no, so a better one. Only a mature. Yeah. So when the lawyer can't so a yard when say a bassa now when I say chance war, Johnny. That's the only way out. And I was so soon at so now with me card you know who say me free county where county bear soon I make.
Okay.
Let's say we were.
And they say I also be on your backup plan, baby, I'll be Johnny.
And no day here. Also, Yasa plan say, ye chiwa, ye chew dear near chew. And I omuntimi chew be to say, omuntimi wipe up everything because they cannot do it. I'm on for Shahanuma. I mean, there's no way you can tell. The lawyer can also hear another factor say, Ibia, deportation down. So it's about ya no castle, no koya, muhum say. Not deportation done so on any mammy or something like that. Sometimes the house are now unimo onto one basem. And I only nipa kasemu, I was so timid, only nipa kasemu, munia. And most churches in India, it's possible say on yes. So all African American churches, they are cool, say they can hate you or something like that. But those young African churches, they know where it is. Oh yes. They know where it is. Omuni. Yes. And I meant Quabro for sorry. Yes. Because we know once they are formed a first citizen, second class citizen, and third class citizen. And you know, when a UBI, DDR gross ABI, who African American church be now beating Yakoma because on moon they don't go much with Republicans. What do I say? So they can hate you and help you out. Because I said, me baha na me nyanya me krata na me ne a brand TV called Pennsylvania. You call any sorry. Until those times so not deportation in that so. I sorry I call you now. You point us on also from the frame and say, oh, men corner you be mount damn what them. Me yiri free ha. Until yes, I don't know my brand and kajen is oh or no ni yiri free. I'm say oh one year frame me say oh there be me kunu hu ni answer. Na mukra green card all right.
Okay.
Yeah, me lucky I'm here and he said me more green card do am do I say to man.
Okay.
As a detention officer. And to Trump they sign me citizen mommy. Oh yeah. Oh no, that church in India, no person mu hedi me. Person mu keep me. Because in the African American church, they just wanted to keep me. They just wanted to keep me. But say yeah, African churches here, a remote area, be a warehouse area. Easy crowd, mu be dwane akon. Bo on more be di America for dwan ya wa bus wa big kakra excuse my word. Ube then we dwane. When e America o. Cool America.
Hey, Mr. Mr.
Cool America.
But who you Mexico for a video here? Almost Spanish catcher.
Yeah.
Trump the assembly.
Yeah. And speaking on which, you know, so we be back on once I buy intaker. Gender yes. Minim I'm crofo on crowd no for Honduras. Just a catch us away or a bema. Which may you seeking in our bank that to chacha. Just there's nothing that tells you that we or a bema. But who drew in taker? Yes, triple naked. Obscure glass. Oh yeah, me a mema pa. Omuye on says see a trauma I say ye omu nyina anko we so oba ko baby e na eno so e di nsembeba because e bi obi won akoye ne to wako adjust ni nufu. Oh, there's no way ube who say we onye bema. Chese obano ewo nenim ponsi ewo no ho ne dressing bibia. Ba udru intake esisa.
Yeah, very interesting.
And one thing so lawyer ka bibi say yen kwada na ya be wo mo wa hanom no. On say school na o mo kono. Mo kusua enioma bibibiri wo honom a eya na emwa. Nti na no say na me say me second born oba hanom at the age of 12 13. You see am no ka say wo kono enim kakra. But yantitu fear titie no na wo ba hanom say yi na stay fear wo say kasa asem no nso say most Ghanaians should try say ube wo akoda no kura wo hanom no wo be 5 years fa no come back to Ghana.
No nya Ghana ntitie bi sam
papa
so ka se bebre na ye kola abone ma e convictions da omo so
our middle school not me 1 tattoo obewie college otimi call college no number 8 tattoo no it's a fact once fiance dey sin we are say no obey milaptemi obe fast and room kitin area bi e wo say yetimi hwe
na that be ebe ka ho because yes. Yeah, that be and no see a problem a wo boni bebre pa but council say obi busa say omo ye school for no so omo na ma omo for omo ID card because e be a F1 student that into onye illegal onye boni but you student they say on ma we say make we a citizen crowd we a green card down na ma fa obi bia she ho ana.
You see, under U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act, say when you're citizen, you are supposed to carry an ID, which also identifies your immigration status.
Okay.
That is actually the law.
Okay.
My client baku call citizenship interview. Green card holder, what I had check. One per coin on the first one be denied citizenship. One reason I want you to here. Once you under the law, we are a citizen. We move as so informal immigration. We a green card holder. We move we are informal and to the denial. Near Penadina or Quanfufro, but they couldn't use that reason. It was a national security issue, but that is the small reason I want to deny it. May I appeal? Yeah. Business case with me, that's what, me.
Okay.
Wow. So, according to, so if I'm to advise her, we a green card holder, I'm running to say, have a copy, your green card with you. But as I said, a bit to me, a year, empty, photo. And now, what printed, kit will be their share wallet. Now, what travel code there two phones so. Say a stop what? We are then be a green card holder. And then a tray was a copy near card nakasa there, it will fear. They can easily get your A number and copy no so. One better here who say we a green card holder.
Okay.
Case closed.
Okay.
2, who a work permit. What file asylum and other things. It is pending. Unya green card yet. What application kwa wa ya ema ukwan ma we adwuma work permit. And as a ma example say who will be a pending no. And also to photo your copy for your wallet mo. Ebasi stop wa. Oh, me ira file amame but me train a home receipt no any.
Nti I say they be out carry no receipt ID. State ID and now
tell them say you are exposing yourself to baby a bit to me bisa wa. No one down who so say be ya ebema with detention I short because the body a sweep factory ya sweep ya tubia. Mumfa mokrata mra osi o mi wo bi but they will fear. Obako jail obi no di be fi efie ho aba ansa na ye hu say oye oka ho anasa wo nka ho enti say wo copy wo ho a enye bone so e wo phone so enye bone wo de ma won say okay mo nso me password ni photo ni won be hwe and they'll be able to process you.
Okay.
So na we a student now ha who the F1 in a buy in our visa. To copy picture of student visa and I-20. And then evidence say you are enrolled in the school.
No, school no ID or no.
It's fine. Keep it on you. Yankasa yababa ho. But say who were the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
You can easily explain yourself and leave. Now, officer can say who the scar who was scar half fashion. And what the yams to make a crack. As far as what they want your macho, what they want to make it poor sicker. Now, young crow 4 way. You hear any more penny? I was a African robbery. Maybe what hey, the back room ha Bronx. You treat you or so. Jimmy who's getting her. Na sabe, me crow for Bronx there. I cry when ya. Or the Nina to no Huama. I can tell him be a bonani so, and as Spanish ni be a bonani so. I didn't in a you know. Never to me actually and say, for skaki to be too fine. But your arrangement is a bass, wouldn't solve a problem. A bass, be say ba. Only pass to mercy way. Machine, a no watch mammy. There may be 1 or 2 people be able to me a trusty one. I not just all those kind of command. 2. So what me a be account there? And also you're good. Be account. Now checkbook or card.
Now credit card. Let's say credit card. Don't me use one.
Bank card, no. But you don't want one situation whereby we used to happen a bank na block.
Yeah.
Me one crop for you detain one. My God, you on bank card. Also open. Me fan come my what their mommy. Me as a lawyer, me want me professional license. Me coco file with car. I am under the law. What tell me the fan commander me the commando no akoyi. I had a similar case. Only I couldn't name him say I never call. But your mind reprieve for a long time. I mean, there be enemy tool from Mr. Massa. But more thing, yes say. Zim, I was able to buy a house for this boy before I call Ghana. And you do final one, you call your name say, you report to your home. The final one, no, I repatriate Nisika.
At least, when him so do Ghana on your mobile.
On your mobile, say, he's doing fine in Ghana. So himself was a how now. To 2 year my year and sana, Daboneno.
Abba.
Yes, that is my advice. I would tell people.
A big problem. Because the mama about number because baby harassing me say mama for number no and to her because omu here help. The fear and panic no. But omo yam sure say and then I'll be catch on say mo slow. Advice na wakani ni at least omu nyina mo me no waka no mo fa nya adwuma.
Yes, sabe better menstro. In fact, say un committee serious criminal offense ya convict you there immediate threat to for enforcement into menstrual panic ne there e wo ho no ma wo aye lawyer for no cry panic judge so cry panic because and I'm court your next court date say ye court no be internet so you besides say judge the next court they'll say listen I don't even know what is going to happen. Because so see I am ready. We should all come back. And I hear you internet. I hear we have to come in person. Evolving changes. And remember, and you are doing some 7 how. And 2 men rush and make wrong decision. In fact, during Trump's first administration, a binum de I am share a crossover for Canada.
Yes.
When we here say. Then some of them have a very good case. They didn't even consult anybody. They just decided to go. One case I know. Or could a man call a U.S. citizen call out 2. Or one year across over call Canada. I know could a green card. I then me am sesame. Mpacho, Mama Yamon show sir. We are going to be okay. Me, I have lived through Clinton ABF office. I started practicing here. 2000 actually. I've lived through Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden, and Trump again. Every government bear when enforcement priorities. Under President Bush, September 11th happened here. I am sure no Oklahoma. We are immigrants. Nasa Yehua near Tutu, especially so yeah, Muslim. We are Arab ni. One ma or have a by. But we are still here. and America is still America. Never can say, don't. Maybe about for now. If you become a victim of that law, there, and yeah, Edin said over to home. But so you will not be part of the first wave. And you
so we are open places. Say McDonald's, no near the car wash.
Sister, if you are more BB and person, they saw the lawyer and council. And then also, no, on say, Musisiana, citizen, and you see a giant still I am a citizenship. And you say, what could take you test that? No one passing, no mama citizen swearing in date now. A coming qua car, men drive BM for Uber. No. I'm saying
I will explain what he's saying. I say,
okay.
Yes, because one, the anamophobia brain said, Uncle for more quite be brown big now. Because that time now I go test never, you know. So that period never now work swearing in. Say police chill. And obey us a matuama. In that domestic violence. Just a bibia a bay case biano.
Okay, and not be a point to find
no, a drew one of what? Yes, and no, a drew also. What drew Evan gate now? Will chama gate in a being. Sabu train also will never be. Now we used to argue because who a car, Mr. Fauba. The American.
You
okay. Mammy Chemumra, I'm running to say, yeah, we interview for citizenship. Until that, the circumstances shouldn't have changed. Part of citizenship interview question is that have you been arrested before? Have you been convicted of a crime? Every time I'm posting, why you're arrested, you're convicted of a crime and any issue. Immigration for disposition, but say I'm sure we in that very day. Not the next day, poor. Even that very day, I swear we in it. Someone asked a question when you answer. Since your interview, has any of this happened to you? And you have to answer. And to say, and yet, and I will interview but we swear in another date. So the time in between, a buzzer will get into any police arrest. You to swear we in until that case is over. And I have had a case. In fact, Rebecca, one case be a me Obedi the neighbor. Me na me handle wo mu back case. Amano. Yakoye bibia wie citizenship be trying to swearing in. E don't need the neighbor nya antokwa. Na the neighbor ne ba. Any ono so neighbor eba e be di agro. Essence before ko be mu so much into. When my client, was accused by the other neighbor say, Neba eba ni fie no wa man so ahwe ne ho. That's sexual.
Yeah, I don't see a serious offense.
I'm telling you, it took me almost 5 years to get this case done.
Wow.
Just say, me who also like that it never happened. But or report to no. And because of that, so yeah, I was one befano because sexual. It was a horrible case. At the end of the day, yeah, quitino. But just guess how many years
5 years that was so
yeah. And officer like can say, what go interview you cry and say, so I pass it, wait for your letter. And don't stress out your citizen. You should still be very careful with everything that you do.
Okay. Can't remember our number because we here, but our radio not so name is Alaika because almost DVV salad print about what kind of now catch them about fraud and for your man. Or need to put out one your man into service salad print now man can be brave and chumo. But the salad print by a and any achieve money baby says Uncle Anna. Omone man I want to find Uncle Anima. And they say deportation ya be. Ebi so befa ho omuni omukru no ni omoyire no more problems afa na we ko tuku we on person obey nkrata na ma no nti ho na advice be na because I know so you on petty issues now can be afale vow ni ade omode nti what should then I was say because how should you manage say bufuo nketen because obi abetime use to against you
Before I get there, I will always advise one immigration paperwork. Say, ubufu o partner said the employer, and yet men toilet to immigration. They act on it. I have seen cases. I will call interview officer be you for another. Now let the kono ni akono post to the bar hono. Na daso na yebisa bon and who questions. Violence and so there. Some because I happen what our remo and ameboa. A binum go through a lot in marriage. A binum are being abused, whether Bema and Oba no bono and Oba and a Bema no e bono. Into nyase bia say ice any break and unti say ukumi kra na say me din na ukumi.
Okay.
Eba say who go through abuser, patcho any lawyer ankasa. Na ekwan bebre ho a lawyer no betumi afa so aboa wo kwasa even the deportation happen. So who kun your citizen and a green card holder and now you a citizen and a green card holder. No abuse no so ya metwa potiama ya metwa kotiama me patcho me no madam de beto on frame. Ye beje krata no me ko no kra na ni na no so say ya de krata na fi immigration for her. But say ye our remun to kwan kitten dia eno ehun hia say ebekwa kodu abemo mumpe ekwan am befa so am beso bo problems simpler than that. Yes.
Okay. In the case of my office number no.
Yo, and to my law firm, a law office of Eric Darko, where a New York office no. You were 299 Broadway, room number 607, New York, zip code 10007. My office no a opposite immigration. In fact, my window way me be immigration court no na. Yes. And I'm a Ghana office, a Darko law firm. Darko law firm, you were Nana Chrome, before the Malcolm building, East Legon Hills, kind of so. Both a hot anyhow, you know, me practice your ho. So we should never say we are with green card holder, citizen, or Ghana. You have immigration issue, you want to have a conversation, you can come there for us to talk about it. Okay. And I hang so much time. Well, immigration issue, no. Brani anyone come on and find out, say, a crime ban a bit to me a faso. Say, you won't feel any mechanical crack row. I'm aware who quite about to Niama. Ye young be been a be and swa, yen and I be working together.
But your number, no, nobody be office number.
Oh, my telephone number, it was U.S. 212 385 1144.
But 385
44.
1144. Person me de to a screen so no be a
yes.
A law office of
Eric Darko.
Okay. So let me put it here. No be a but your number nini oh Frepi Ghana is 001 212 385
yes.
Frepi US there. Here 001 until 212 385 But our question be busani say na council here no ma we can council call no de 1,000 per hour. America if you lawyers per hour. I'm going to meet you free information so that Ghana ni bia no ne yam na come better na ne yam na we good information because ana council can go for baby spreading rumors and I hunu anko for say no credit 3,500 Ghanaians ni achi omo say enye no credit so far no mo chi omo a omo ya bone dada omo din wo police omo record that robbery mo na to ni ade omo na ye chichi omo first ba woni nkrata no asonson ho nti na wasa wo friend first na omo hwe de omo betimi aya ma o wa file o paper na o paper no sankan ya no wa kire no so wa idea no wa kuta bibi wo wa kire ne yama ni bebre nti video no share na wo so nua bi onya correct information enya so bi be kwa akoda no kwa na ne yama obi kwa betimi afa ho ama onya BP am akwa ko in this period ye mpese obi abe because na make Ghana for no ye depending on abroche for ye si dan ye say abroche for the didi Ghana for ye didi bi and they help Ghana economy into a interest to protect abroche for because Europe will dare that say Canada say omo ko Canada you say Canada block you be into Europe there Canada say America na go do many best you so no so I asɛmti no ye pacho ye pese obi a stable so that kakra na odi be fie no se ne akutuo kra na ye de ton ice water kra na ye de ton de be hwe how far because Ghana government own to me employ obi a ti abrochefo ya na eboabo aye kakra nti no you will want to give you the right information ti number na wo ho no any ade Mr. Laye former ICE officer baby a detention officer ho na ye de nkofo ye chi nkofo na ye de omko so ho afutu a ode ma se prepare won ansa won se bibi adwuma mo se amigo so mo ba Johnny now de ko che baby dada by now Mr. Laye say by now so unya plan B to so uti New York be Johnny akọ Jersey ana so ho unimobi wadafo bi o baby a unim so betimi akọhye no wo we edu also ana problem because kan so wadafo no so ni nkrata o ka so ba o ka so mo
Sister Fia, me some question be am person bisa lawyer. The woman say obi adopted child. No okra US passport. It was also neutralization certificate.
So the bigger question is we are citizen. Now we are less than 18 at the time we are citizen through your parent. We have evidence of your citizenship. The answer for naturalization individuals is that we are naturalization. We are adopted child. Your process are you file the amount and send when your green card before you become a citizen. So that process is your evidence. Unya certificate of citizenship right away. But so we are less than 18. Now unya green card. Your parents can go forward and apply for passport for you. Sadipano, unya evidence of your citizenship. And now apply for your friend of certificate of citizenship. N600. And say unkuta N600 na uni certificate of citizenship. Or passport no to me wo. To the bia ko renew a yes for be a chesa we citizen bra. Yen renew passport no ma. My who sa cases ni bi. And that is the distinction. Na just me no say you can adoption here the ba mu ya. Answer na ba ma adoption no. After say o parent adopt to akola no. Yeah, adopt no year before akola be 16. Now we file application no amano. As I said, approve say only atna only akola na atna for 2 years. Answer na be approve case no. Ama otumi akola na ba. And that is why I proof say you go through a process to show that you qualify for green card, you get a green card and sign a citizenship na do so. But once I open your citizenship now, we are less than 18. I am filing citizenship application. AJ passport per ma no. Who has to apply for certificate of citizenship N600.
Thank you.
Okay. In the council, that's the information now. The man now almost because this has been a very good information. Or the man and that's so person busa question no also o camera no King just in patch o question be abusa question no na council here no ma.
Yo, me that's if ya me nuanom bi na issue bi aba na oboa ne nuano na omode omoye bibia kama na ba se wonom mfantum no oba no so ndanye biem na bema no force ya no no ade bibia kotum odokotum no wenya di odi be ye adwuma no nti ogusu ye adwuma na omo sende se omombra for Zambisa and oba no so onko nti asa the time ade ne ba so oba no so afechiri kura akoye awarjaye nti bema no ono omo serve no se ombra wanko first second third one and omo grant oba no awarjaye krata meanwhile so ne we no de adwuma no enwuye mo de ye adwuma and time omo de ba so ombra no you say why confused.
They say the question about Obusamani Patroni saying,
no Obisan say uncle as a misano without Obano and answer Manenko.
Number Number one, so application based on marriage. Unkwa to me and call for instance bisa. But if it is based on abuse as a result of marriage, unkwa be to me a call. And to say only a kunwe no say idea or banner yes I mean ya krata ne keke. Wa abuse and we are separate. But so banner abuse no ka ho dia. Obetumi ni lawyer kasa ama wahwe na so nya evidence say or you victim of abuse obetumi asesa the case no ama ne saka ne krata na yeye
when in abuse but
and I just say oh me manonko
abuse is come one or
so we see anya abuse there and only case you obetumi ya ne say obeya warijaye and as warijaye no ba there's nothing else to do in that marriage.
Before our no
compare be my lawyer na catch and say 50-50 once or there 2 minutes when you're lucky yem fra as a missus yam from as a misana de anybody ne trinkwa.
In fact, no any you're wrong. Once a petitioner and say me nye biemo no and so ko diko. Because case ni jina petitioner no so American no na case ni jina no so. And Obano Kra could have reported himself a committed fraud.
Okay. Council Bobby Subu says the CSS can you say or answer a question me boa?
Yeah, I'm patching you.
Okay. You. And you be mutin ya but think I shut here now no why you free. Obi put a green card on betting I'm asking for a deportation now because Obi see a green card that's it on Ususuru.
Oh, who a green card that's the only how bia. Yeah, ma kill for deportation. Number 2, so a green card near ma kill for deportation crampoa. Ubeko ko immigration judge. I'm an immigration judge on about order deported and sana eyes for answer ebekau. And this is a problem no be new so dia me pa try am to share be any ho. Kuta green card 2 kwan na ko na bra. Just say dimrano so.
Okay. Say Esther Jima, I say last Friday be mobile modumum just that they didn't get anybody.
Well, and I make us say when we have enforcement action. Enforcement, no, you name one extra one. And to the first of buyer, when ya obiano, does it mean obiano and quajumana? And on as a final. And as one buyer, and I'll be honest with you. A bit so far home at the bank of one in training. Or you grab on a security officer. But me dressing who couldn't die, every baby because I was immigrants here then. And say, so on by horn more pan or when you be there, and then I want you, Mamuno, be a correct or until only problem be.
Okay. Obviously, are your student, Okuta F1. But say, I know, or you okay, or full send your watch to me, or you okay, but so person are in crack and 2 years, or then also ye.
My patrol F1, we a student, when my kind. Read about U.S. immigration law and find out. Open information are called uscis.gov. Now read it. How can you get green card? And now say, set an appointment and go to a lawyer and have a consultation to ask questions how to become a permanent resident. And it's so easy for you to find this information, especially as a student on your own.
Okay. But our question also. Me the link na to you ubeti me afa link na wo busa lawyer question bia o pese obusa no year no ma Mr. Lai so we had no detention center like a show near do bawa. What should you do? What I say ubusa question now we are here for years our lawyer how they are ubetua $500 an hour and $1,000 an hour. It's just that's what it's just obi anya adwuma kwa ntino
men scare babe anya but obi be that question be
but they say what we come bigger office ntino
student be that question
nana da so nana what question Nana, good evening.
Good evening. Lawyer
But you be question now no
na a comma Mr. Lai.
Mr. Lai, okay.
Minim soda. And I know person be busana. Yeah, na me person me te I know, so when we say we're doing something in a mass, as in a mass deportation, you know. Maybe some people say, how was the process being done earlier on? Now, at those time before now, no. Now, I say, yeah, Omani di nipa mi you be. I said, a delta mu ana bibi money at the amoko. Now, no, are they putting about 70 people together, and is that why it's being called mass? And I just want to get understanding to that word mass deportation, because I just want to get, yeah.
I think I'm saying nationwide in here. Nation, because they said that's what we call 50 states. But Mr. Lai,
because they've always been deporting, so they've always been deporting.
Now you know, Okano. On say, yes, you know, lawyer mass statistics of Ghanaians are 2019, 2020, and all that. And almost a BBI by 2024. Omuaya omutanya mass deportation could be Guatemala's, Honduras, and Mexico. Because omuseno Uganda ni yemfa unfa. Because ye koja utu on ma unye. What you say? To omusa and ye come bumwa, which they can get more people and charter the flight and drop them on their mission. And drop them because Uber unze ufri Mexico utwa swa ekusi on their mission. But Ghanaians, you know, most time maybe ane noso and noso sana. And sometimes you want to the airport, you know, where you're the only last people on mobile flight. Yes, only last people on mobile flight. You know. What I say, and TBA deportation officer no she suit, be decent because all the time, no, mama she be my own say Ghana, I will be any Ghana. What I say, hey, na drop but not lawyer can be a honor na. Because what I know is so omo U.S. consulate, a Ghana consulate to Hanuma. They deal directly with the border down your friend is immigration with Ghana. Because I think say who could do immigration, who could do Ghana immigration for better to Wanum Kasa.
Most people
exactly on the mention on the share Newman Munine who one more baby na kuto krano. And no okudru asie ho na Ghana na was say Ghana government timi no man in transportation I will be timidi akufi on the mention and so question now will be san Ghana for the intiminya mass deportation is because he found kofa a hono side.
Okay. Mama me lawyer from Brem no just obey me explain because lawyer na my numbers say 2019 Ghana for 203 ne deport 2020 121 2021 56 2022 46 Ghanaians 2023 62 and now 2024 94 Ghanaians ne deport but now they are na we mass
mass deportation in fact exactly. Obi ended up with deportation as an ebe deportation no here the ID the national ID to allow the person to be deported to the home country. Yeah, lawyers, I represented clients. We back at your corner copy the passport, Fabra. If you also are one the copy ediba. Me one can say copy passport to lawyers, no one of your strategies. Yeah, because under the law, so when to me and deport after 150 days, me court. I could explain why I will keep my clients away jail still. So we get them out. But I would say not too long ago, a lot of the embassies refused to give passports or verify the identity of their citizens who are being deported to their home country. I said we may sure say Mubekai. Emma Ghana government decided to
there was a tussle between yes.
So when your passport you're on your phone on laissez-passer. And also they threatened. That's what the State Department was doing, threatening the embassies to issue the laissez-passer to them. Saying, you bet me the laissez-passer, no, Edionia Akko. I don't know won't do airport to Ghana now. You send to 2-1, no, say, a honor won't fee. A lot of countries don't give it. And don't you know, you're catching Crawford, a monk on a passport, Namunya, Namumra. Now, so, Castle or enforcement, mass deportation. Oko report to one say minya passport from apply but me sankan ya. You back say okay na do to jail. Cause this on some passport no dey wako. So who was jail for a long time one and who ba shi wa ma. You be set up appointment. Ama consular officer who embassy verify so you Ghana near hina of you ma made in the sign who crow a bush your penny near there. Then they'll confirm that this person is a Ghanaian and they issue the travel document to ICE for them to deport.
Okay. And I hope so when you answers. If you can't know be so besides or green card or to any card but on your being card and a year juma. Nti or no son on quite juma now because on him so nip about you'll be there a year juma.
I know if it's a woman who my true for so no cassette.
But only got a man posty mention why. Send them a private message.
Okay.
Send the private message.
And so question when so lawyer into me and Zama. Nemet me catch we be dwam and say against the law so do be krata be adwuma. America. And if you who so ye.
It's but on number na because of this up Ghana number no. Ghana office line no afraid.
So Ghana office line, offer Ghana now, they will schedule an appointment if I am not in Ghana. And then you have to go there, pay your consultation, and then they put me on the line for me to talk to you. And to Ghana law office, no, 024.
Okay, 024
594 2612.
2612. Okay. It's Ghana number is 024 54 42612. My sound there two screen so 024
59 42 612.
612. Okay. 024 59 42 612.
Yes.
And also Ubenya. Bobby Busa question me. I don't even know what the question is because I say, oh yeah, can a 23-year-old person who is a U.S. citizen adjust status through a family visa? Oh yeah, citizen that are there adjust status, bank.
Yes.
And our student status now person will adjust it because you can't be a citizen and adjust to what again? In terms of we a student, but when you're a citizen, that person will adjust it to become a citizen. I think that's this question.
I think maybe I did 23. And I maybe a BBA U.S. citizen. And a person or business will bet me adjust now. Mr. Evans, so bet me clarify or question now. You better answer man. But what's I want clarify, you know? My main answer, a speculative answer. Number one, we a student. When in fear 23, what ba? Be our papa and now mommy a citizen. So where dear bro 21 now now umame and our papa is a citizen. Yes, obet me file amount, but qualify for green card until say o time best soon. Now say we a student. The only time I will wait me filing for green card is that you have not fallen out of status as a student. And it's once who have valid visa status, no, wait me or through your parents.
Okay.
At the same time, so visa no a wumpoa wait me or through your spouse. And to say our dear visa no will a problem be any home. But your parents and I find my work as I said by the time we qualify, which would take about 5 to 7 years sometimes of waiting period, no. As a student visa and that's so valid.
Yes, it's the school 2 years. Community college now we cross up school for us.
I could do a PhD and sana cause visa no untumi you from habium. Not to say you have to go back to your home country if that is what you want to do.
Even I hope you are taking notes, pa, because this is your so school na cause say me paper no ma file amount no be ready. Yes sir. Obeba be illegal no ahwa be nya trouble
and as a we school na be kofie no akotwen
no see that na obi am better be continue o dey school for proko o ye community college associate degree we are no ye undergrad we are undergrad, we are okay graduate school, we are PBBA, so that we be Patricia Dimansi and one said, oh, go pass some man who said the lawyer can. Unko for now, unto Nikat and make sure the unko pay case and ma now uncle nya asem because usually a problem no a bit to me free aba. But Evans, another Evans also can a new visa application be granted. In the case of deporting Ghana embassy no issue visas and no more.
Oh yes, they are issuing visas. But Niameka Chowani said when there is a new government, now or changing Niama rapidly like that. So interview enusua trying to who policies now or do you go because your chances of having a difficult interview higher when near all granted visa no crowd doesn't know say and that you make them say my anyway or try but the embassy is still working as you cancel all foreign aid. Baby, embassy no Juma is to administer foreign aid programs. You cancel. And she said, aid program be crying and I saw the Koji visa and now cohort more so Koji visa or it's cancelled. A bit affected visa application. And yet the best time to put in an application if
for visa.
Yes, if you don't have a very great reason for coming.
Into why this application that around this Amenko interview now?
But
I've got the best time to apply for visa.
Yes, after I've applied, you are not in the system already. It's not the best time until see how all the policies are going.
So I hear first according to so saying just a DP visa law to know me for 2025 no automatically now say
results no my yeah bonfire say be release the results no
but say Trump ka to betwam
one of the
apply no munya dan
so also betwam you see that DV visa lottery approved by Congress. And see, if anything back to Congress for Congress to say we are doing away with and you know, so when you applied that now say where we needed that now we put in your application, please go ahead and do it. Cancel.
Okay now Stephen your boss America put the whole sessions and no law and no Ghana is the land of freedom. You know, because pro America member and no question it's just
many Stephen ya adwendo do me cry me ti hanema me jin crofo cry watina kromano me ko Ghana bia that is where I feel comfortable. Ghana there ye wo man o me hwe so ye
o man as no to aboy e wi aboy bibia tornado unipa betne mu ahoto okay I so busa no question Chris also if someone went for an interview last time with his wife and he was ordered to return to Ghana because his visa has expired.
I don't think so. I think they're false information.
Okay.
So with the visa bar, whether say I expire or not, you know, you can still marry and get your green card here. So you can one follow lawyer there and you follow lawyer. It is not a law.
Okay. And say no Ishmael Busase or those who are work permit, employment authorization document, and so on. My own kuta.
Of course, you have to have a copy. So have a copy on you. It is your document from immigration. Amount quite to be able to work here. Until you need to have it handy. Yes, stop over. Ubet me a show. Nientia. And Rama quite so by Juma.
Okay. My brother, more question.
Yeah, my question. The question is a lawyer named Kasano Kenbibi. Now, or say he was talking about like citizenship certificate. You know, now me baboy be better now maintain and a later man called the MBA is apply for citizenship certificate. You know, it's a passport to go Ghana. Me call embassy say me call renew no. Omo reject here. And I maybe say in this situation, because me use derivative status and I'm the Jima. But my G certificate, you know.
Yes. And Mr. Nante, the sad part, they say, I can't in fear sense, say.
Since I would be 11.
I just over near file a green card application full from Mano.
Wow.
Yes. I have about 3 or 4 recent cases that fit your pattern.
And to just be called all over again.
Sanka passport, you know. Sanko to me buy and I came we are and America for be renew without any problem. But the Ghana embassy did that. And you are not the first case.
Wow.
It never used to be a problem.
Because
I had a problem just about a year ago.
Yeah, because me man call echo DBS 7 years. Because at the time of call it was okay. But all of a sudden, me got 10 years your mass is law until na passport so BS 2 years.
Yes.
I feel me kwa me call I feel my imagine say me ko fanaba.
Yeah.
You call embassy almost say they cannot renew it.
I just said some file man be why.
Wow.
Council number, no friend one.
Bacho mami number why?
Number me 212.
212.
Oh, the mami fan 2 screen so said about obehu na problem bia. Number ni. Nti fra number no 21238 51144 na friend no. No onye application na oba no why? What you do until unshada ni pro onye obi a wanyini call na nim bebre biasa. Until
okay.
So your mind on you know you make sure so sabe kan item. Why?
Bacho me that's it. Matro no man no me contact no.
Bacho. That's you. I fa Mr. Afo so ono so a question. Bacho Mr. Lai so was until any bi a obeso obusana na obusana. Black Bacho good afternoon so abroche good afternoon.
Adam. The question is my brother Penyima me file man or no. What not Ghana for 20 years? Emma and the green card now expire. Just all Ghana.
My brother, the green card now expired for how long ago?
20 years ago.
Green card not shit.
What you say?
When was the last time expired?
Oh, and 4 days ago, na me ne kasa no say I expire. Or person in my best school.
Yeah, but I expired that ben. I'm not lawyer, but I expired that ben.
I expired 4 years ago.
Okay. 4 years.
Ono sano, enka obeye returning immigrant. Your application obeye anka abeko embassy. Na wakoma yama stamp. Now they are. But green card no, if you have been away for more than a year, technically speaking, you have given up your green card. Apart from Corona time, Walmart extension because of travel ban. After say Corona you have to show say within a reasonable time you have applied to come back. And it's already the year fans of Corona time 2020, 2021, 2022. But they say 2025. From 2022 up to Ahano, we overstay. Or apply farmer.
I didn't say. Like the Corona mechanic say, it's kind of for sabroche, no fanyeri.
It's that happened.
But a person in my best to Hana later no share, you know. There's a go to me renew not correct and the man of it now you'll be one.
Yeah. So on your kono ni ebet my man and say we can put in the application for returning immigrant. Now embassy for non country say yaje and INJ. Okay. He has to show Nientia or Ghana a chair. Most of the time, be on my medical reasons, when you have strong medical evidence, because they be saying a buy into the ma me chair or Ghana na discretion. They can look at it and be able to issue you. No be do apply, not you reapply. green card number.
Okay, but me follow
so me Ghana office, no, definitely. Obey to my appointment. I'm a wako my consultation for him.
Right.
Mate.
Okay.
Mate, me
that's
yeah,
that's it. Yeah, bump my brand and say you bit me at least for the sake of Nkran, because Nkran the omoda very important thing, you know. Me say do person kasa na wa city apem say you hu kra wo camera no emuti. But what na say ye my but I say what danti in patrol. You have to be seated because program where they near grow cry anti me can't no be busa so say still until be ono so ni green card application here pending no ye the be man na to say deportation it here farmer no.
Oh, that be no. People are getting green cards. We are qualified for green card when Sabekan, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, you Mr. Tia, do question no.
Yo, but as I said, oh my God, a question can come because I have put to say the one. She said, I am going to be one in crack at one. As somebody by, you know, I'm kind of feeling, you know, be a immigration officer. Oh, and what they won't have a kind of animal soup. Into Kakra, Miss Mechanic said, I put to Kakamo, Sanya, Yamana could do no. They said, we will make your turn only. And then opposite market spakota the ground. This is a driver you do a fan number in the phone. It is a woman what they want I must say. I mean to be fair, so the other immigration, you know, what said on the criminals now they are condemned. Oh, and so that is will be a you can be at the right place at the wrong time. Oh, to say a woman, you normally share in Kofuno and doors to do. What I'm saying, I look at them.
Me and Kasame who say there's a lot of misinformation. Written and the immigration lawyer, former house officer, you do a man Kasabano. Because you be now with it. And yet be also TT. When you be cram work or yare. Normally they are in the work lawyer why you demand over 20 years plus. 30 years of crime.
Or New York and
New York, all 50 states. Immigration is federal law. You're all 50 states.
New York, office in a way. Office in a way. Office in a way.
New York, Manhattan.
Okay. Broadway this one.
Yes.
Number now they are
okay. So what's the Broadway this today? I made the mini pan in my right, but that's it.
Yeah.
The number the ma unipa na no friend. Onyam correct place wo ho ntime nkotieti nkofo ma ubi pima o he kwafe na wo benya yare kra san
Eyemi mo that's it. Yo bye.
Unipa no na
Yo that's
it. Program so that people can get the right information. So they say that's baby. Nti wo also pay information men nkotieti nkofo on be ma BP get the information from the right place. And I won't person come and could be to be anyone, no problem. Just and lawyer kind of over camera, so I just will be better. Yeah, sure more my bonnie and criminal offenses, though almost mudi or police, or mudi or court, or mudi or system, no more yet you 1 year here. Make a minus soon, and I'm Miss kind of. I'm over 350 million people. I want to meet you, what I say, into child come to him. And unko ye boni na unko di agro unko baby e becheche nkofo a there's very little chance say obi beba abecho say wo ha nti just do the right thing keke what I say na because unti na ye wo ha nti hwe also mo bia wo pese onya no obi wo question o say an F1 visa holder currently on OPT into your work authorization card but worry U.S. citizen. However, after 5 months of marriage, the U.S. citizen has decided to pursue an uncontested divorce. Now, F1 holder is in a relationship with another U.S. citizen. How will it be advisable to proceed with a divorce or remarry the new partner?
So, OPT optional practical training, which is the visa yedema wa obeko school US. Oko school now we are US immigration law allows you to stay in America now why you juma for 1 year in the field of your study. now they are gaining experience. We are lucky a juma no kra unya aye no betumi akipo no one file a juma kra tanso ama. But only akwa case question here ne dia no kra no. And the question is wawari will be 5 months, awari no enko year. But wasai anya obi fufro. So awari no enko year, you can go ahead and either file for divorce or annul the marriage. Next will be fufro or do you can go ahead and marry the person.
Okay.
The law doesn't stop you from living one bad marriage to near a year better marriage.
Okay.
After say obejaya ware no otumi aware oni akonoma ye file na ye.
Okay. And this is how answer na me person me bold because it's a marriage issue. I don't want to mention your name, but I have a question. But say, please, I know a friend who got married in 2021, and later traveled to America in 2023. Can he file for his wife since he got his resident permit in 2022 or green card?
The question is, a kwan ben so no fire on your green card. Your fan said, a lotto and a winning year or buy a juma file amano. Say on your green card, not through San Iria. I mean, Sabin not worrying Iria. And Mama who can say, green card holder, with me a file ama we ubet me a file ama ukun, ubet me a file ama oba on worry. It doesn't matter how old Apolano Eddie.
Okay.
Say, umame a green card holder no Eddie 80 years. Now our bar wedi 50 years. On worry. You can still file for Obana wedi 50 years, no?
Oh, sir,
that is not the law.
Okay.
Oba on worry, and a green card holder to me file mano. So Apolano worry pet filing our file mano no ashiegu.
Okay.
But we are citizen dear, put me file ma oba wawarin so.
Okay.
And I know they cover obia including oba wawarin. That is the only difference.
Okay.
Just green card holder no in the bar or year less than 21 no or beba ntem as in the bar where they are bro 21. That's the only difference.
Okay. So let's say no one Trump or the Nyansa say leaders this seems so money on my knee. No be antina the chrome no on try you because I will call my no don't see the way you know the Nyansa nema leaders so late and so message no.
So let me know nyadwen. So Ghana, who places here, how many people are ever Ghana?
Yeah,
the world is now a small global village. Into country, the other Danya, you better to climb other people's places. And so I don't agree with you, sir, because Ghana and as African country is not doing well until Trump. I don't agree.
Sister, if you are present, DBB Soso. Present me DBB Soso. The woman also said, I feel na yekano. It was what a valley in so many areas. I'm for very careful for security reasons. A lawyer in Bay about social media. Because the India America san on the Trom we in say anchi ukrana and I said I'm fam man no be fa kwan bi sukrana. So WhatsApp we ni TikTok ni
Instagram ni
sa we ni mu ni nyina no a fact bi a umbetimi de attract amanfo because so call embassy now ko di visa omudu wa two waiting list now omuye background check ni mu ni nyina omuko all those areas go check it then I'll post to are you part of any this and all this stuff what you say this is time I was a union bino if you mungi so only say what post to be bina ehun here e kwa down so bitimi akwa ko yi sa ni o mani na because precaution is better than own the nature. Yes.
And they be allow a cancer same way say obi akọ file akọ apply for visa ne visa no so atro single but in Facebook atro married and about ti e di agree no kutechi no and yeah of course or yeah
yes
o ti Ghana so yeah Yankee life and I'm going to blow your brains out visa and yeah because they say visa form no you busa your social media handles
yes
What the upper parameter, one try a Google dimpe, all your social media handles will pop up.
Yes.
But to catch them collect that town with that. Now, especially almost all mobile online, no more dear terminal. Maybe your bar, Udi Matama is flags there. And you do your throw didn't show Google in search engine one. Them did if it's directed at women. It's a protective groups, it be minorities near there. You flag it, you be now bit and on tears here. Green card near farm my own tears here. But all these things, a foot on Mr. Elayo de man. Check it, they all come online. Only into a bet now when the obit to be the internet, it doesn't forget.
Yes.
Let him be
America for no system where they can pull up anything you have ever posted.
Let me the BBS also. BB me Facebook a check. You know, there was a time I say me post to BB. Say me no me fa baby many listening no, and I'm in what the same age. TMU, but me for bar the near fee. And I'm a cultural older woman. She am a year okoshe mu no ohun saade no. Saade we me refi crowd. Pay all the asem. Ti the year canon, I will say among 40. That's an opportunity a lawyer Tianoma all the areas are. A bit me about say a brand not a year or 3 years. Send I would name send a banner or the no cohon more. Ne a friend say omun renew man on your mission. So for security reasons, now man for you very careful in all areas. And now more or my TSC crew more move nipa. So we na hano ukoye impersonation bia na obitime nyasem on your mission. Ntino say we na obi mrehu na obeka no yi a utime ka kire say me twa video and there was all catch them on your mission. E ma obi ahunu na e ma obi say unim say ukwa so a wonam no e genuine wo de anya genuine kra na because sa ya e free Africa no e overseas so ye cross ocean no yenti say El Salvador for no ne Mexico for no yenti say Togo, Benin ni Nigeria a omo bagan it's easy a omo betimi aba me kai said those days na na mo won e bitimi kono masaba omo kwa ni asachi omo bi no maba now ebi ni mu fa free efichi o eba enu no se munim se mu wo kwan so a mun samochi.
Oh, when that comes, I not apply for visa. I this is the wrong time. So once.
Yes. Because who could drew sa isuo bi a obi twa wo de be basa krum wo si no so a sanwechi ne ko. Because ebe how
yo. But that's all.
Mr. Lai a kind of from May 2024, Biden introduced a new rule called evading lawful pathway in immigration applications. And basically what the law says is that who do Mexico, no one yet CBP1 appointment, no interview, now cross border on ube remwa. You are technically not qualified for asylum. Unless you bet me, I should say you have reasons to be exempted from that rule. Now, sir, rule no, Emma and Crawford I won't buy it after May 2024. I have to check the correct date, but there's a cutoff date. Some Crawford no file for asylum near co-final hearing, it becomes an issue. Sometimes you can prove your case, but they won't give it to you because when to me and show say you follow that CBP1 process. Trump, then I swan on ano. What cancel CBP1 program nina? And you want to me in apply and when you have permission to come.
Yeah.
So I'm council now bar who say want to me apply for CBP1 I Mexico and I am a council remo. And to say who be do Mexico? I just watch now. Now, yet the wasem, I was asylum. I apply for U.S. No, you bet you Mexico. Who in the answer and have a crosswalk. Now, how many weeks? Now, lawyer Baina, Oba, Mexico, abedi asem na ma.
Aha.
In what language? It is a misalaye ka say unim say wo ba science. Na meka idea for no so say this law will also prevent you even from benefiting for asylum applications.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another I can say me Riti or say that would be or South America. Na no bet me abo na because another okay. So
that's the problem. Me to me M1 in fact. Even more Bronx hey grandpa. Well, here more M1. It's was South America. It will be very difficult to get a lawyer to even help you. Out there.
Yeah. A serious issue. Pa obi so say your friend say or B1 B2 but or person or US no cut now.
Well, Nemeka Junior
B1 B2 yan fantana.
Nemeka no ewo afidie kese so yi say B1 B2 emma okwan say obetna ha. Emma okwan say obetra America. Emma okwan say obetna ha. That is the legal explanation of B1 B2 visa.
Indeed, but I can know all to me more any other answer because the under professional rules obligation it all to me can just cut na because B1 B2 near fantina. Okay. A claimant suppose or US citizen or valid passport, any passport card, but why running? But the citizen certificate no he has replaced a citizen certificate. Can it create any problem for him? So person could renew the passport now.
My foot one is somebody now apply for replacement of the lost citizenship certificate. There's an application for that. I'll be apply. I won't be here. No one issue a new one to you. And it meant now why because he said passport be one sign when we say problem. Okay, sir, I'll be apply for replacement and one sabeka.
Okay. There's also another question. Question but at least is good enough. Say at least you are consuming a reliable information. Yeah, baby, TikTok shares your immigration officers. And I'm saying to Rebecca, Ubenya BP, men DH. You had the amount proper information more they are in the system. So a Clement say US citizen, okay, I'm saying Clement Nana Yakano. Wait to say, or F1 student, and I sat for the American Registered Medical Stenographer exam, and now a professional medical stenographer. Do I stand a chance of applying for a green card through EB1? What's Ghana? And I will pay EB. Okay, lawyer.
You see, the EB1 program is for people with exceptional abilities who are in the national interest of the United States. One of the promises Donald Trump can say of a quality immigration rather than quantity immigration. Bijidi say utumiye niyama eseso na the focus will be like say in Canada, one system when we are school, when we kuta advanced degree, any advanced career, able to me apply. Now want me abba based on that. The EB1 program and yet that simple as it is. And it is not where you should not go. I've done it for some people with PhD. Yeah, found my own.
Wow, even with PhDs.
Oh yeah. And automatic say you qualify. But if you have a strong belief that you qualify, you need to seek legal advice, do the assessment, and sign out the home share EB1 or EB2 program.
Okay,
yes.
Okay. Then you put on a lawyer the amount. Obi so busa say Akimidi to say no America, but to say no or the student visa and a boy. And he say also carrying around baby or be and I think one answer question that but I think of emphasis.
Akimidis, the answer to the question is say who encounter ICE and our law enforcement, you spend the minimum time with them rather than say you do to detention and sign away prove into whatever information ubenya verification is simple, no? Carry it on you. Me explaining earlier on. Have a copy of your visa on your phone, have a copy of your I-20 on your phone, and have a copy of your valid student enrollment on your phone. Now, what beside what me approve? That will be my answer.
Okay. Obisu Busa said, can I apply for naturalization for my children or say only above 18 years? They all have their U.S. passports. Naturalization, baby.
Yes. N600, in fact.
Okay.
And say yes. Once only certificate of citizenship. It doesn't matter how many years old they are. So when they will need it one day. And you know, in doing this certificate, you have to prove, sir, before Akwalani turning 18. Now, no. Okay. So you are going to provide documentation to back that claim, including tax returns for that time, lease agreement for that time, medical insurance for that time, life insurance for that time, but if you are joint bank account, and your documentation, I say we put it together, say, answer na 18, na me no net. The more I watch channel, the more it's difficult to get this document. Sakolani 30, 40. If you want to check, what trashy a lot of the documents are not in Canadian. And in American said, the sooner obey the better.
Okay. Well, it'll be very interesting. I don't know why. When you see, only the offer I say, Ninis, that's why American embassy or Ghana. I don't catch American embassy once and the offer I see now. What's the US 8 years? Or with American passport, but they say they're not passing person or warrant. Possible.
I was there, no fee. Warrant offer I say, well, you know, I don't say a bit of worry with Famba. But
yeah, but how can you go to the embassy
and say that? Meaning, Ebia, you may send your visa questions there. The culture, put me worry or fast in a year now. But until I had a question of Kobe about that on incest rather than anything else.
Yeah, but council saying incest in park. Who bet me a embassy work? So what to
and so I can't we me boy, and I feel I was all okay. And I could see saying, oh my own your coy and all kind of could see.
But also a catch on and yet the way I also she also a catch on say she now has American passport and wants to use the paper to marry me. I just don't marry you.
When you are Kahuna, and Yama course you know.
Oh, Ghana for to be a when you must you near maybe 1 month seriously, and yet. Now, say everyone should be careful. Now, a friend of mine called Mexico, one of Marco America, and they attacking on Mexico, one of my paso, all because no, she said, army uniform bills a day. And they so be careful. Wow, often feature, wow, for him, also be very careful.
Oh, very careful. I can give you stories and stories from my clients. In fact, and easy. One more, I rob one kind so. One I rape one kind so. One ya one prepare one. In fact, in one case, Ubikuta neba. Or in a year, across so the gap. One kuta one ba and Obema no who said. No bread and a bema then a bano and my client said so me banumuna memoir me and the two of them is uniform. Ama Ghana for Ama
Ghana for some now okay.
Yes. And you across so if we are or basrono. This is a baby. Onim na simple. Because we are gonna know so me bani muna me mwami. So baby, you know, I want him for well. I have to take the baby to the Spanish authorities. Me do ya so you say some questions and me nya one them be dwane ye. So akwala so Ira. So stories
papa no so
yes.
Jesus.
Stories now they are horrible. I'm hoping that the Minister of Foreign Affairs will find some of the lawyers here for us to give account of some of these things happening. Na onwa Emma and coffin because
it's so far now. What cases are what? How many Ghana for no monam sa medical kwan so mabewu.
Hello.
What?
They don't know what happened to them. If you mark them say yeah, bano or what be Emma won't done every story is near horrible. I mean, what client when your psychological a problem because of the trauma they went through on the way coming. Yeah, and yeah, easy as that.
And Sister Fia, to add to the lawyer kind of Kufubu on me from coyotes. Coyotes for no omuna akoye se omubua for movement. And omo so bitimi akona to attack you. Sikebi e wo nsem se munam kwan so a mobebre murem ba bia mobeda ho. Ti mo wo ha ne aba attack no. On the nature. Ti no e hono so wo se hwe wo no yie pa.
Because when you know what say catch a foreign affairs ministry because I'm for no more kwa obi an country obi a o one man yet e kofa impeachment akosa because the account case and just say nipa wu ho no omabusu afọ Ghana o mu say me nipa no kwa abroche but wo
yeah e binom nim so nam kwan so yente ne nka
but so far council what see nipa do like who rough
we don't have the statistics and you know starting from Brazil. They travel to Brazil, and Brazil, there's a lot of violence in Brazil. What they will go through Brazil and Sana, I'm not sure whether the embassy in Brazil has statistics of some of these issues, but many clients I do stories from each country. I won't fire any near found when it's now, and you'll be a survival that trip.
Hey. Some serious issue. Yeah. But George, it was saying on we overstay without any problem. Can I go to work? But Wawari Obia or green card holder.
George, George, make us say, oh, you know a green card holder, no? Brandon filed the first part of the petition, the I-130 petition now. Anyway, amount protection kakra. Better than say file the and basically I too poor. Now say a court for deportation or removal hearing. You bet me at judge and say, a green card holder or file a mano. I come 2 years now I qualify for citizenship. Judge, close to case, no mommy. Now you know me citizen, they are able to do that for us. And say it's better say you better file it than say wawarina. Paper so I and now that's over to me Juma, Mr. So we are Juma to us. In fact, that's why we have illegal immigrants in America. 1 year, a lot of the menial worker, other citizens are not willing to do.
In fact, I think the farms no, promises Donald Trump among farms in the because we here workers. And America for yes, eduman illegal immigrants here no mo be yes eduman no ma wo. Season no so winter no to betwam. Nti etwam a ho am na betete strawberries ne ade ama mo. Nti eduman de wo obi dia wo de eduman na kan so ka ye wa de. Oh no so ko
ye farming no kwanso construction so ka ho.
Yes.
Road pavement, building, any nyina ka ho.
Okay. And also how can you file for N600 for your child when you have already given their green card in exchange for their passports? N600.
No, well, you give up the green card, on passport, and you give it up. But the N600 has a process for you to get the certificate. And you don't need the green card. You hear the first passport now, when they enter visa no a woman no. I don't know you be here to do that process no.
Okay, yo. F4 so question F4 the family is safe now because nkwala the F1 visa and a koye na omunya ka green card omunya ka social security so nti omu is safe now.
Oh yes. Therefore there's nothing a process. A big green card bantam a bit there and mantem. I'm hoping sir who entire no what you visa fee now. I say when Uchiano. Ebe on ma won tua visa fee no na ama green card no a delay. Ebi no nso atua but green card no a delay. And non say onye green card holder.
Okay, you. And Patrick, so question. Patrick say, oh yeah, EU citizen. Obetimi aye adwuma wo America even wo EU citizen na Europe ni.
In fact, maybe ko to be EU citizen no.
Okay.
In 2019, you deport 198 UK citizens.
EU for no, America deport you amo.
Every country. My main fan ko Germany. Na men Germany for you deport 2024. So in 2024, Germany you deport 42. Germany.
Wow.
You don't have any right to live in America if you are not American citizen. And ufi EU, ufi Europe, say ubaha. The only benefit I want to say, you are able to enter here and stay here up to 90 days without a visa. So I brought 90 days. We are illegal immigrants to say, obia or illegal immigrants. And the EU passport doesn't give you any benefit to stay in the United States past 90 days.
And they are also being deported to say any.
Oh. But country, you know what I mean? France, 48 people were deported to France in 2024.
Wow.
Yes.
French pompo yo any like say we are bibini no why steady.
Yes.
But obiti me musa question we justice or say musa lawyer is if he's aware of immigration operation called Operation Janus, because they are using this operation to also denaturalize some legal citizens. And so I can't only. You
see, this is one of the policies of the Trump administration and the first Trump government. Meaning, sir, any program we saw yesterday, I was on Asasi FM, TV, and I did discuss that topic. No, they got their citizenship passport. I won't want immigration issues because computers were not in strong operation. And it means one point a computer or one zoom poor. Young who say won't commit serious offenses be and Yama on citizenship. No, I'll give you a typical example of serious offense. Trafficking in persons is considered a very serious offense. And Crawford, we need Lotto. Eden Crawford ma, also say a I've had similar
cases.
Sir, whatever do come here or the Lotto na buy, why apply, why citizen? Nebana or the buy no. I apply for citizenship. No, the mammy fufro, papa fufro din a share so. Ye besides that, you know, the me buy no, or no yame mammy. And it triggers investigation back to your buy no, and that person will be seen as having trafficked that person.
Now, you are castle waiting out to do him. Oh,
that one back one. Anyway, you no, I call Janadia. So, another one. And then there's another scenario whereby Mammy no cry filing and a papa now, dear Colana Bano, or filing the citizen. No, Yakas on Jura, the Media. New if you cross us, you'll be by a day. I can't home, and buy. No, you know, Efimo. And they go back to your record and find it. Your one, no war, multiple names. Say, one name, deportation was so, or society ding. Go my lotto, and I to me to 10, 20. Nebe winnie biano, no affair, no de acotwaso. And some of them have become citizens. And say, Trump, who you know, yes and no. We should have a Operation Janus whereby one citizen cry by fraud, you know, we will go after them. And I say, you charge you for a criminal offense. You are convicted. Now, that criminal offense was part of your scheme in getting immigration benefit. We can come after you. Once that here, the naturalization processes. But I believe there's only about 7 cases in a handle here.
If you know, Sanobi was a category more, go be on my agree a DV man. Nipani name money, and any BBA connection, yet nothing. So no wakako room. No anything. What should they do? Because
well,
now
my answer question
coming after them.
My answer question in then we answer these people. So people who are within that category, the government can decide to go after them and investigate their citizenship and take it from them. But it takes about 7 years litigation to do that process. Okay. They didn't really push it. But there be as Trump, hey, when the campaign or cast assembly. Not just say, hey, be why not just say, hey, beer or a shit. Ubisa say, wa, you don't buy and so, yeah, then. But your coin fast, we don't buy, so coin also as well fast with your cracker. Men can say, my but many other to American tea. Say them, who say, when your mommy, when your papa. Find out how did you come here?
Into on form be our fairly be your file ma no yeah woman and one was a consistent you use
choir or fast so I'll buy it.
Yes. Into where they word to the wise you could be a grow cocker ana woman una when you tie una what bro for beka cocker one can say a do beka nipa no beka ba also on beka so hunti lawyer 2 F4 na ye nyina so ye tie bi obi so say I think I say, who are we EU citizens? Who bet me apply for something called ESTA. Now they are called America and answer Canada.
ESTA is just the verification for you to enter. Just as I say, you can say, we are U.S. citizen and say, oh, but starting in March, you have to also fill ESTA. A electronic system for them to verify you. I don't know who come out to me by move for 90 days. No.
Automatic immigration status.
No.
Okay. But you are correct information on Tingo Tieti and Konyasem. You Konyasem, yeah. I had a Benyani view, a Yano class, a local politics, and Fanny Mabu. On the air, child, no affair futuno. You come say, Lawyer, please, can F1 holder marry a U.S. citizen whilst or was Mudiamuki can't say more?
So don't see our no why.
What they can't say to secure green. Oh, can you then?
Mr. Odona, Marino.
So Donna, men can't secure Bianca, Odona, Awarino. I can't secure Bian. Moga, Jenny,
Samu.
You woman, Bian, and go on that. So almost your training. Where's watch one of Brofo? Okay. Also, lawyer must that what document must you have? Minimum question, crowd, person, Busa. Fianco say. Fianco, question. Okay. I say I'm a U.S. citizen for 10 years, but I have charge 2 years in Ghana. How can
no? I have a charge.
I have a charge. Okay.
2 years old.
Okay.
In Ghana. Fianco, wako uba in America. Sakolano, you will process a friend consular report of birth abroad. Cabra. That is the application I said we hear was U.S. Embassy. Now, ya koshe, Sakolano ya uba, in most cases, ya ba ye DNA ekaho. Sakolano ya uba, Akolano will be issued with certificate of birth abroad or American citizen. Ubet me apply for Social Security Amano wa Ghana and ubet me apply the passport and so Amano wa Ghana. And so that is the process. Sakolano, and ya idea is file I-130 petition, Emano, Emomaya, as a cell report of birth abroad, Emma Colano.
Okay. And no, you can't
put me free. Well, my office near Boa.
I should ever can't see him because I do more time the whole day and then Kawaii cases be today. But the number is hard to one. Any of them piano now what free now we'll be a question. I think there's another Mohammed also following the lawyer's advice. For my F1 holder to remarry the new U.S. Citizen after divorcing the previous one. And the lawyer answered that as well. Say nipa order there in fact law no fa order ho ani ya say obetimi aware nipa foforo na afi wetumi ayeyi. Also I joined using the link but unable to participate. Okay. So we here say we saw camera no me so we do more camera. Don't worry, question no ye bebusa ama na lawyer you question and so we jai ba na obetimi but I was say lawyer say mon completely divorce no yes e better bigamy ko Ghana preaching for bigamy our year back now also 5 months or nipa no ni na jai no obunjai no mon we hu say twa our divorce has been granted and son wa ko wife for yes I know so Unyan krata na Trump begging krata nefruits. Man, I learn yes, I kind.
Yes, you cannot have two marriages at the same time.
Okay. Your business any F1 visa not to expire so or you safer now.
Oh yes, so what the valid visa in about US? So I expire cry. Your wife, your husband, and so we adult now what a bar or more than 21 years or US citizen, they can still file for you. And if you're a parent, now Obano you're US citizen, no or more than 21. Oh yeah, a wife, oh yeah, a husband. Obviously, they will cry bit me or cry no amount. And so if when they will cry, she can or he can go ahead and marry and it will be done.
Well, Nana Party said neba American citizen, but she's in Ghana and the passport no lawyer bet me renew manana.
A quite best on a fire or a citizen. Yeah, won't know. I will US and that's why you're birth abroad. So that two group way won't make me go ahead. No other renew.
Okay. Nti Nana, o question na lawyer here no man. Nti you will follow up be because you the phone program now. I don't know. Dinah says, sit if I have a marriage issue. How can I contact you? Marriage busa question marriage issue that has to do with a visa issue. And yeah, immigration a completely different one. Maybe a Ghana law there, but how do I know busa question? Now we can ask the question.
Ghana law cry by and someone.
Council so your lawyer will Ghana on Ghana law, US law, only problem. Just ask your question. So person in a private, so you are also allowed. Why? Florence say if you are your traveling date first council people say date visa no cry more obi more person more apply the wunya date. No council on train. Na date so wait me nya bia mo bia na so pe data.
The answer is no. In fact, and Crawford call other countries in order for them to get dates. Until our advice on seeking help from other embassies won't be me access to dates.
Okay. Timbacho council see date the onye mo adwuma why nti no opacho ho de enye ne liar abrante ba so I think okay Asante say okay Asante answer obi okay so eno kwa council answer that say wo green card application and I be na pende a obi antumi mpampa mo but so keep receipt no keep you on just in case say who wrong place at the wrong time na alarm be a blower receipt so you have a case that is pending to illegal. So what I say, no. Mr. Obri, but your question, no. Good evening.
Good evening, sister. If you are to say, fine.
No problem, but your question in here, Busa.
All right, okay. Me person Busa lawyer say obi wo krom ha na obewo ho ha or akwala no ha because mati bibi say wo akwala no ha na so do 18 years a obetima ye paper ma the parents no. And at the ordinary fra bonte no so 21 years, which is which?
The answer is that we are U.S. citizen. It doesn't difference behind whether you waha and I will baby and I be a citizen. 18 so I obit my file ma parent 21 and you're 18.
Okay, all right, okay. Because no one phobia will go through that situation. Some person may be a question
matter.
And me another question is when they say me find say obi wa na say our green card. Now with a criminal record, me find say be this fraud, credit card fraud near Nikofia. Parents no want to be me a fala man baba kana.
My experience is there are crimes your friend aggravated felony. Say the conviction no follow within crime ne dia. You do kwa be anyone more bet me about back. But you won't for you deport 211, me don't want back. Ain't it? We will have to look at the criminal record.
Okay,
now yet me will say bet me about now to me back.
Okay, and lastly, fans will be akoye engoma onye ewa aware mu ne bia ya omu aware ne ye ne mu no bia nkofo no fi se omu anhu se ye papa ye de se ne pana kofia se ne pana ye betimi na baba kama yi.
The answer is 100% zero no. Say o commit marriage fraud. Say o worry That's our real no immigration for can say who are here for the sole purpose of immigration benefit. A home punishment they say forever. And yes, for now, and yes, for 2 years. Forever. Unqualified to be a file amount, including Wauba. And it's only a conumpono, sir, or Bauba, than a banner be to America, and a banner D21, or American citizen of Fileman cry, young farmer. Our worry for Francois, young farmer. And that is the punishment for marriage fraud.
Okay, never be one man see you hear mun tira no more dia mo famre da.
Yeah,
I think say what's out so the create me invite ni pa bi de zamana mo tira training man bo man ko fo ni abo mo so.
So they say influencers na ya.
I sorry for no I know na council can. O got the right place. You out to no 1 hour beti me aba ma sorry no aba be chichi mu.
Yeah.
Oh, e be people mo hear the for more ma sorry, but at least I sorry for who here. At least 2 1 hour cry no be because and then I also be 3 hours.
Yani pastors ne be kasa na do be ya friend pa bi atesemo. Eti me fa number no ye be kasa actually. All right, me that's
opening why that's baby no obi say like when I bo anu mo onya na green card but opeso obusa ne sister oni I-94 obetimi aware obi a oya American citizen na bra or America na.
The answer is yes. In fact, one of the laws we are monitoring seriously to see so we change. President Obama say law I have a waiver of unlawful presence. You have an I-601A waiver. Say one for visa in a buy. That's the whole worry now America Hanuma. I'm running to say you cannot get your green card here. But your waiver over here, over to me, I go back to home country. I got you green card. Now I say about that process is still there. Nani mahu, you won't buy any mahu because all the policies by in the past, no, or the one single executive order at but that law is still the law. And as of today, we can still do that. You won't buy say, Mumobia and kind of say, Sam Rano so or more.
And you're very fast in the morning. Mohammed Pacho is our question.
Okay, that's the Pacho question here. Following lady now, obviously question. I just wanted to know, say, not lawyer can be with annulment. With man or marriage, no quarry for first. So I just wanted to know, say bigamy behind your fraud behind your can you still do annulment? That is one question. And second question here, Senipani divorce, yeah. How soon? Because I know, say for some states, in North Carolina, for instance, a marriage, should have at least separation should have lasted maybe 1 year, 1 day. So in this case, maybe our own course, but Nipa that's the foreign spouse, or Washington DC. So friends and divorce, which is with Honman, I think that they don't need that separation period to do that. So how soon Nipa like how soon can the person get married to new
how soon can you remarry again?
Time, yeah.
Okay.
So okay. How soon?
So one answer part of the question, if state be in fact divorce law falls under state law, and the state be a woman, and determine what type of law is applicable to your divorce. And Washington DC, you don't need to wait for that long. That's okay. Now, when we talk about annulment, there are so many grounds for annulment. Those grounds for the annulment, you have to find out within your state whether there's something that falls within it. Under New York law, if you can prove that your spouse either lied to you or committed fraud, and for you to agree to the marriage, knowing that he didn't mean to keep his words, that will qualify for annulment. Once the marriage is less than a year. Let's assume that baby or one, the jurisdiction allows her to get in a divorce or whatever. Who separate you are? The question is, how soon can you remarry? You see, already on my a gukra and son a divorce is granted.
Yeah.
They bring on my one you know net and so our night spiritually, physically, emotionally. The fact that and then me divorce. Now Ochina, I entered into a new marriage, There's nothing that stopped me from entering into that new marriage. If I can show say my second marriage so I genuinely entered million akuna sign and me who say on akuna is the right person for me. Inti the answer to the question how long should the person wait? Because as long as you are convinced say with second marriage now o komuno only on akuna nanti ma date mutemu ho ase and man who say you are good for each other, that time is enough.
Okay. Yo. Answer a question, no?
Yeah, I think it's clarified. Me that's it.
Good. We then at least we have some results. Obi busa question because no worry if you are customary marriage Ghana there. Na bema no say wako worry Ghana. No ni oba no aye baako. Omo de esie ono na ire no wa abroche no. Na ejapade oni bema na ye nyina so wo Ghana. Na say odi ahye oba afoforo na wako worry no no ni bema no mienu omo din mu. They say our case and she has a case, but on no worry manifest and son of them manifest a chapel wife for Ghana.
Well, the question is that type of marriage Ghana worry customary marriage.
Customary.
They look at them Rama who has over to me worry 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ghana.
But US no about US is here.
No, then I worry with US and that's the question.
And you say
and to say on worry with US there is the Ghana marriage on the control. And Obano can definitely have an action in Ghana under Ghana law. So
I think she's even more concerned about Japadiano because I saw no young crew to a Duma Wabruchi.
So Japadian in answer Ghana. A Japadian for Ghana. And as a moon warrior will hand more dear the customary marriage, unless you want to file your divorce here in the US, normal check property no Ghana. Otherwise, you can do the divorce also from Ghana.
Okay. And Dana, once I'm the amount, go your domicile to America. Bemano so they say what Ghana and the Japadia registered movie. So you have a case against him. Bana lawyer can whether we file a case in America and my own one in the America and I say Ghana pa. Victoria say the session has been very insightful. If you are going to show on a lawyer, because what say I dear my head to me and yipa or say a very own lawyer to that when they were my free Bonto education live. Yeah, that's a papa because information you go ni bebre you know correct. But to my akuma I settled pa. I used to say they said only spouse and child, not parents, unless citizens. The green card obey me file my parents and child, and I say
no green card don't mean file my parent. So you can only file for your spouse and child or children who are not married.
Okay. And I see my friend came to the US with DV, a visa lottery after her husband won. They got here and they didn't stay together, but finally they divorced after 4 years. Can the DV file for citizenship? Okay. Or the green card nearby and the diversity.
Yes. You came, you have a diversity visa, what's now had more for 5 years, you qualify to apply for citizenship. The problem is that you need to know a choir of us because we call interview now, you bisa question about husband or wife now. You have to be able to answer. And
okay.
Yes. But otherwise, yes, nothing stops.
Nana Party, your time last one and it's question.
If you would have done, I'm sure. On a lawyer, and the mobile, but I'm a pa, Minamisha. Whether me question a quick one. Lawyer, whether Mr. Me will me bano America. At the age, I think when you're 5 years now, but or Ghana, and the passport now, It's not me say met me renew amano. Na me renew no Ghana, and I say me file application or US. As I'm talking now, they memo UK.
In fact, ubet me renew passport our Ghana embassy, American embassy in Ghana, amano. In fact, ubet me
UK.
Ubet me will be power of attorney to do that on your behalf. If you leave a passport renewal application form now. You won't bet me my consent for Obi to represent you to do the renewal for you. I will encourage you to do it. Emma, and check P. A which P. Question I embassy no one said. I call away your no and I say yeah the obifufro enim na eba for no eno ka ho na ma why difficult with crofo abetna wacha one visa and I one passport they wacha who could renew and bisa so many questions no and I would advise do it quickly. So we here help to do that passport process now. My office in Ghana can help you with that too.
Oh, good. All right. The
Thank
you. Bye.
Council be say F2 visa holder obetimi enya work authorization obetimi eduma.
The answer is what is an F2 visa holder? That is a dependent of a student. Until you're a student, now we'll say me ko kusua de so be pa me yere me pa me ma me pa me kun ama won ba.
Who see wa gede wan san aka
ho. F2 visa holder qualify for work at all. Who has to support to oye ebia the best you can do and I say who support to we can do ne say bia be man no go school a obehwe nkola no na wasiesie fie and as oba no go school obehwe nkola na siesie fie. Legally you cannot work.
Okay, but F1 visa you God's brain obisa F1 visa holder obetimi aware while they are still in school ana.
Oh, briefly I'll be following love no. You can marry. You don't have to finish school before you marry if you are in love and you have a partner. And so if we do marriage age, now say where she would there is no limitation. Say who school men marry.
Okay, you. I was have see our questions. Then I don't think any na bet me ya no sir.
And propose to graduate.
Yeah.
I want consulting consultation.
Auntie, council if one the client be able to go here. Almost so training number ni obeti me a friend office and book an appointment akwakoshia either Ghana office or lawyers baby or and I say U.S office obeti me a friend 212-38-51144 Ghana office number no say 024-5942-612 024-5942-612 and then I'm free bone to 3 hours of non-stop free questions and answers. We've tried to ask all your questions for you so that fear and panic na cause we Ghanaian community no ebe from council. Any final thoughts?
The final message I made mama for especially one U.S. and it said moment don't give yourself the opportunity to be deported. Dimran also don't cut corners. In fact, Officer Laye can say oh drive cry you careful or do call the stream crap was there opa men driver the thing say idea be expose you to contact with law enforcement and also be the call deportation and timohwe mo so ye e wo asetena ya ye team na ehura ebejo but say there o prepare ho na akoto na ehunu mu a ye be noa ama wabi. That is the advice I will give to listeners.
Okay. Mr. Lai, any final comment we are my
say lawyer can obi ahwe ne nso ye on the amateur yeah hwe on so ye na wo plans bia person ye na wo ska bi na betimi asen na ko Ghana wo mo dia na peni papa na fa sen no fanto o ma in case o kotomo but I pray say mo bi antum to be anya careful that's the
okay nti obi anya ahwe ye bom pa ya ma if be necessary be sign another episode of sa program whilst ice race no cause why ye be sign arrangement near the lawyer san ba biom ye the Mr. Lai be san ba biom near san hwe kwan ye be fa so a ye be san be a question bi we chat be a question go you can just inbox me would they send the question no so that wait me another episode na motimi a question be am answer. Thank you so much for send them join here lawyer that's baby yakopon sha so we nya ho ada je say nipa be 15 egu echi I know and also parking you want let your parking $27 and sign our
no $50
I just say 50 ayo
thank you
that's it that's
you.
yakopon sha Mr. Alliance that's a prize and when you want that you so you're very busy and much so thank you so much. Why?
Thank you. You're welcome all the time.
Mr. Richard, I a former ICE. I'm one of your detention officers and a choa, you be deported. I'm one of also no yeah, Juma ho council so no aboy and thank you so much. Number no my boss and the names are most of them number nibium 054-59 024, but your 024 59 42 612. 024 59 42 612. And lawyer the U.S number no so and I made it to screen no so no so and no put a screen so no bet me a friend no fra when you are crying in the office for no somebody will help you, guide you. Make sure so when you correct information. Yes, sir. Nkofo bebe so scammers no may take advantage. Me ya ma obeju sika akodi, which as people are already panicking. You know, me ma obi nsa emma oyem enshishu bi. So we have see na mo nyina ma say mutima just so that we can give information genuine, correct, accurate to Ghana for obi ayem shishu. Na lawyer kind the target is not for Ghana for so target ni omo di bone dada no. Nti o de eno aso be so aye bi na wota ko na misala e kan wi ani mu ba bia obekọ so ho kakra fa ho sie kakra for now o sie ehuru a ebejo nti no at least for now no so ho obekọ ba bi kura ni se party bia wan ko party for the month of February March unwu fa ho sie kakra nto say emu bejo kakra so also ni obi pipa na eye adwuma odi ekọ adwuma no what you say but what say o ma ba odwane and at least protect yourself before thank you so much. But my a snippet of what happened in the appointment committee. Very interesting. At the year immigration issues now politics to count.
I find it strange. I find it very strange that all of a sudden you want to make an apology. Well, this apology is coming on the back of our invitation to you. And I put it to you that if we had not invited you, you would not have come out to apologize through your counsel. That will be my introductory remarks. Now, I want you to also appreciate, Mr. Fomo, I want you to appreciate, Mr. Chair, can I continue? When my colleague was speaking, we listened to him in silence. Yes, I want you to appreciate that this is an arm of government. Parliament is an arm of government. And you often go on social media to make all manner of comments. So at what point did you realize that a particular post was not attributable to you, and yet you stayed until you got an invitation from Parliament before you responded? Even after the invitation, you still went on and made further posts. Even after the invitation, you went on to make further posts. I am putting it to you that you have disrespected an arm of government. Your apology is an afterthought. You have no evidence of the allegation you threw to Parliament and the committee, and you are just on a frolic of your own, just to disrespect Parliament and thought that nobody was going to do anything to you. You should be bold. As bold as you were when you were putting out the statement, you should be bold to defend your statement today, not to come here and give us lame apology. Be bold and defend what you put out as a man. That is what you should be doing.
Well, to the Parliament, they know what there, but Nina Oliver Pacho into a case closed. Just to give you snippets of what happened today, but it's all about immigration. Next week, just made this. Thank you so much. Hear any further information, Pacho, let me know, and then I'll keep you give you contact. If we have to do another edition of the program, don't worry, we'll do another edition of the program. Either say the lawyer or and that's another set of immigration lawyers, and we can talk about the issue. Thank you so much. Good night. Yeah, no be a human say what I say, because at the end of the day, no. Ejumanti obi etu kwan kope bibi kakra bedi nti ye bo mpa mo obi ase obi enya problem bia na de okope no de bebe fia bebo Ghana so because abroche for ya na be business no so nti yeah, that's good night.